As men, we have to build value. Women, they just have to preserve it.
That's not alpha, bro!
Dude, what is this, 2005?
Money and looks can get you in the door, but game is what keeps you on our mind. She's not your co-pilot, she's your flight attendant.
Wait a minute. You actually thought you were the only guy she was fucking?
But she told me she loved me.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 792nd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity. It is Thursday, October 21st of 2021. It is good to have each and every one of you in here today. As always, we are streaming live to Facebook, mgtow.tv, manosphere.tv, YouTube, Twitch, and of course, in crystal clear, high resolution, 4K to Sharpe Stream, which is this community's only independently owned and run platform. So however you're watching wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Shout out to the snipers over on the Sharpe Stream side, Dre Raven, Geeky Anomaly, Mark Johnson, Slapduck, and of course the lovely and talented Devin. Shout out to the sharpshooters on the YouTube side, Dre Raven, Double Dippin', DJ Berserk, Robert Eliezer, Thomas Payne, Joshua Mays, P-Dubs is in the house, Jay Blaze, welcome to chat privileges. Absolutely, at Jay Blaze to welcome him to the TSR family. Appreciate that. The Blind Archer said, did anyone else hear a content creator say he was taking classes to make his voice deep? I don't know. Somebody told me he did a response video to me. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not interested. If he has anything to say about me, he can say it to my face or on a live stream. So, confidence creator. I'm not going back. I'm not talking shit with you back and forth. If you want to have a conversation, we're going to have this man-to-man on a live stream. So, continue flapping your gums with that weird fucking voice you have. We're not going to handle this like females. We're going to handle this like men. If you want to talk, let's talk. I'm not going back and forth with you. Chris Johnson is in the house. Says, damn, got kicked from the stream. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Guys, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. The reason why I'm a little late getting started is because I'm actually not going to break down. I'll break down a couple of conversations that Kevin had with his audience, but the thing that I'm going to break down is his opening monologue and declaration. It absolutely blew me away. You see, when I break down a Kevin Samuels video, what I normally do is I skip all the way to the conversations, I listen to the conversations, and then I listen to the opening monologue to give myself a little bit of context. So I did that this time, and then I listened to his opening monologue, and I said, you know what? His opening monologue is a lot better than his callers. So that is what we are absolutely positively going to break down, and this was a thing of beauty. So let's not waste any time, guys. Let's get right into it.
It changed the world, people. Appealing enough to the men to where they want to settle down with them. And are the men in the dating pool appealing enough to the women to where they want to settle down with those men? I think the numbers speak for themselves. 60% singles. So if either you try to fix people and make them be together, two groups of folks or do you open the market and let competition fix it?
Or do you open the market and let competition fix it? That's right, the C word, competition.
I am a free market capitalist kind of guy. Let me tell you what happened in telecommunications. Let me tell you as a long story, and I'm
very important,
making it
guys.
short.
Listen
So
up.
listen to me. Back in 1950, we had one phone company. It was called American Telephone and Telegraph. They had one phone company, and they handled local and your long distance service. You had no choice. This is back when your grandmama still had that rotary dial phone. Everybody had. Get the likes up, people.
Uh-oh, Kevin's not fucking around. I'm going to take this opportunity to do the same thing. Get the likes up, guys. Get the likes up. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you would get the likes up. Keep the engagement over 50%. So right now I'm closing in on 500 live viewers. If you would, let's get the likes to 250.
I will cut this thing off and go to intermission. One phone company. It was a monopoly. And when there was a monopoly, competition is crushed, innovation is stymied, and consumers pay the price. Your grandma used to get mad for you leaving the door open because it's going to run up her light bill in long distance.
Let me stop it right there. What Kevin just said is probably the most poignant statement of this whole live stream. Competition stagnates creativity. Okay? There's a reason why you get a bag of peanuts and options for several drinks on Delta Airlines. There's a reason why United Airlines, their flight attendants, are super friendly. There's a reason why airlines, for the most part, treat you well. They know that if they don't, you'll go elsewhere. In other words, they're trying to make themselves the best option available because of competition. Competition, gentlemen. Competition. William Osborne on the Sharpe stream side, he says the only way to breed champions is competition. Truer words never spoken. Ozzy. There's a reason why you get treated like dog shit at Walmart. Because there's no competition. At Walmart, they don't give a damn if you're waiting in line for 15 minutes. They don't care. They don't care that they've got 300 people in the store with only 2 registers open. They don't give a damn because there's no other Walmart. Well, what about Target? Target and Walmart are 2 very different entities. I haven't been to a Walmart, in 4-5 years. I go to Target because I like being treated better. I go to Target because I like seeing normal people walk around. There's a website called People of Walmart. Walmart treats you like garbage because they're the only game in town as far as that economy is concerned. There's a reason why at the DMV, they treat you like garbage. There is a reason why. The teller at the DMV couldn't give 2 shits about what her tone is like with you. Oh, you didn't fill this part out? You gotta go wait another 4 hours in line, fill it out, and then maybe we'll give you a tag. There's no competition to the DMV. The DMV is the only place you can get what you can get there. Understand that? There's a reason why the iPhone is revolutionary. There's a reason why Apple computers and Microsoft computers, Windows computers or PCs are as good as they are. Competition. If there were only one airline, gentlemen, how many plane crashes would there be? If there were only one airline to service the entire world, what kind of service could you expect? You think you're getting a bag of peanuts and a ginger ale? Hell no. Hell no. You're probably lucky to get a seatbelt, if even that. The pilot, welcome to Trash Airlines. Buckle up. It's gonna be a 3-hour flight. Don't get up till I tell you to. Uncle Gunn says the IRS as well. Well, the IRS is a different entity, but I hear what you're saying. Competition breeds champions. There's a reason why. When you sign your kid up for Medicaid, there's a reason why the doctors are shitty when you have Medicaid. There's a reason why. There is a reason why when you have Section 8, there's a reason why you have Section 8. They don't give a damn about the building when you move in there because they know they're getting that money. There's nowhere else you can get that. Medicaid doctors know they're getting paid regardless. They know they're getting paid regardless. Of course, they're going to cut corners when they're diagnosing you or your kid. And the reason I know this is because Carla and her son, I'm not going to say his name. Carla, the girl that I rented the 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house for near downtown Raleigh, we used to take her kid was sick all the goddamn time. Her kid was sick all the goddamn time. Surprise, surprise. She smoked his entire pregnancy. The kid's got asthma, all kinds of stuff. The doctors were shitty. The customer service was shitty. Why? Because she had Medicaid. It is absolutely the worst service you could possibly get. The absolute worst. Now, when you have gold plate insurance, now they're going to treat you well because they know you have options. And when you have options, those options tend to be a little bit better. They tend to be a little bit better. This is what Kevin is talking about.
But what happened? In 1984, telecommunications was deregulated. All of a sudden, AT&T was split up into AT&T was the long distance carrier, and then all of a sudden you got all of these regional bell operating companies, Arbox,
Pacific
Pactel, Nortel, Southwestern Bell, Bell Atlantic. What was it in the Midwest?
Ameritech.
I'm drawing a blank in the Midwest. But it was seven. But what happened when all of a sudden people had a choice?
There it is.
To choose a different local carrier, and AT&T had all the long distance.
That's right.
But then a company like MCI came in and said, you know what?
I think he said MCI.
Long distance is too high.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, was that was rampant with corruption, led, of course, by Bernard Ebbers.
It costs too much.
Yeah, Bell South Central Bell. Yeah, you guys know.
AT&T had a stranglehold on folks. MCI came in and said, you know what? We can do better. And MCI went to war with AT&T.
Here we go.
And the long and short of it is it started the telecommunication wars. AT&T now had a competitor. They had MCI and they had Sprint. The local regional bell operating companies were competing. And then you got all this competition going on. Well, guess what happened? Inside of 1996 Telecommunications Act deregulated the local market.
I remember when all of this was happening. I was 18 years old in 1996. I was 18 years old and in college in 96. I remember when all of this was happening. You were seeing it on the news every day. It was incredible.
So you had a choice in long distance carrier since the 80s and a choice in local carrier since the 90s.
There you go.
What did you have to deal with? Those annoying phone calls. You want to save 10 cents a minute, blah, blah, blah. All those annoying calls. But you know what you got?
Choices.
We went from rotary dial phones to rotary dial phones and pagers. Then pagers went to sky pagers and voicemail pagers.
Right.
And from that, it went to mobile phones. And inside of 10 years, we went from people used to have to be rich to have a mobile phone to everybody having a mobile phone, but you still had to pay for local long distance and internet and text messages.
Let me just stop it right there. This is what competition did, guys. The first iPhone came out in 2007. The very first iPhone came out in 2007. Just 11 years prior, that was the deregulation of telecommunications. In a shade over a decade. In a shade over a decade, we went from rotary phones to a phone that didn't have any buttons. A phone that didn't have any buttons. A touch screen. It could hold more than 99 contacts. What's this? You can actually get on the internet and you don't have to be at a computer? Yeah, Nextel was another one. This is what competition produces. Competition produces innovation and quality. That's how we went from the rotary phone to the iPhone in a shade over a decade.
When was the last time you paid for a text message?
Shit.
When was the last time you paid for an internet connection? When was the last time you paid for a long distance?
Real talk.
Long distance. And all of this happened because of competition. But guess what? We have 2 phone companies now.
That's right.
The entire industry went from all that competition, 7 local bell companies, all these long distance companies, all these small long distance companies. This one bought that one, this one did this one, this spun off, this made this technology, and it all came back to you have AT&T.
There we go.
Now AT&T has basically everything, and Bell Atlantic is now Verizon.
There you go.
You have basically 2 regional bell operating companies, and basically one long distance company, but it's cheaper. Now, this phone my phone today is cheaper than it was 20 years ago.
There you go.
It was not uncommon at the beginning of 2000 for people to be opening $1,000 phone bills.
That's right.
$1,000.
Yeah, and Tycoon says, I'm from the free after 9 era. Oh, dude, I'm from the free after 9 era. I'm from the all incoming calls are free. Oh, dude, I had the big phone. Hey, call me right back. So this call is free. I know all about that.
Just because you were talking long distance for somebody you seeing, now you got a flat rate, unlimited talk, text, internet, world.
And you can actually see the person that you're talking to. Think about that, guys. Think about that. My Apple Watch in there. I actually misplaced my phone, as I often do. I had my Apple Watch on. Kevin actually called me. I'm like, hey man, I can't find my phone right now, so if I sound a little weird, my bad. He's like, well, how are you talking to me now? I said, I'm talking to you from my Apple Watch. Kevin said, really? Like, wow. I said, yeah. This is what competition produces, guys.
Wide, and you get speeds that would have 20 years ago to get 45 megabit speeds, T3 speeds would have cost you $20,000 just for the fiber optic connection.
I paid $3,500 for a beefed up gateway computer back in 1998. $3,500, guys. $3,500. The speed, 450 megahertz. That was unheard of. Now, my old iPhone 11 blows that away. In the palm of my hand. The processor in this phone, in the palm of my hand, blows away my $3,500 computer from back in 98.
That's what competition does to a marketplace.
Yeah, Chris Rice says, yeah, now we live in the Jetsons. Yeah, that's what this is.
It breaks up a monopoly.
There you go.
And it forces innovation. And the people who can compete can become successful.
There you go.
That is the industry I grew up in. And my career did this.
There you go.
I went in and got in exponentially, and I was able to move up and see a lot of stuff versus going this path.
There you go.
That's what I think we need in our community. We got a monopoly on one another.
And this is where I diverge with Kevin. And I think I understand what he was saying. I understood what he was saying. As far as black women are concerned, black women thought they had a monopoly on black men. Oh, yes, they did. You want to know why we know they thought they had a monopoly on black men? Look at how quickly sisters have devolved over the last 25, 30 years. Right? Look how much they've devolved. 1 in 4 black women. Only 80% of our children are born out of wedlock. That's number 1. Number 2, 75% of African American women are overweight or obese. That's number 2. Number 3, 77% of black women will never marry. That's right. Better than 3 out of 4 black women will never get married. And a lot of people think, well, how could it have gotten this bad this fast? Well, black women thought they had the monopoly. They thought they were the AT&T from back in the day. Well, black men don't have any options. They can't really they can't really date anybody except for us. So why do we need to improve ourselves, right? Today's sisters have become the Medicaid doctor. I'm going to get paid either way. Why do I need to exert any effort, right? That's exactly what's happened. Then white girls came along and started snatching us up. Now they're running around freaked out, acting like they're upset that we made choices other than them.
Black women feel like they got a monopoly on black men.
Woo!
Black women have always been the best, move out, such and so forth. So I'm going to ask the question. If you don't like each other, you don't want to deal with each other, maybe it's time to open up the market to competition.
Kevin, the market's been open for a while, actually. The difference is black men knew it. Black women did not. Black women had no idea that the market was open by Kevin's definition. They had no idea. All of a sudden, black women are looking up. God damn. Like, most of us here are unmarried. You walk into any church, nothing but single sisters. Walk into any club, nothing but single sisters. Right? Cody Marshall on the Sharpe Stream side said, yeah, Aaron came in and swooped us up. Yeah, Aaron, Stephanie, Katie, Caitlin, Ashley, spelled Ashleigh. All right, Colleen, Becky. They came and got your boys. Yeah, William Osborne says they got yeah, dude, they lost real quick. They looked up and all of a sudden, like the biggest and baddest brothers are with Becky.
But then you're going to have to compete. I think it's funny. I found out today that one of the biggest divestors out there is now back with a black man.
Uh-oh.
Who knew?
Uh-oh.
Who knew? Who knew? The people who don't want competition are people who don't want to see the best outcome. If I was asking about women expanding their options, they have long talked about black women. Expand your options. Your options. I'm asking you, black
Squirrel
women.
girl.
Is it time to start? Is it time for black men to expand their options?
Shit.
Laissez-faire, hands off. That's right.
Very nice. Laissez-faire.
Is it time? And if the market did open, guess what? Just like there were people who went out and sought new territories to compete. Think about the people who had to compete against AT&T and these large regional bell companies. You had small companies started by two guys who just had an idea and balls, and they went out and made millions of dollars.
Bingo.
The women?
Hell yeah. This is what happened, man. This is what happened. Yeah, Morgan came in and swooped us up. Reagan, Ironing Board Kaylee, Kylie, Tiffany, Big Booty Susie. Hashtag Big Booty Judy. And now black women are left out in the cold. Winter's here. Winter is here.
That's the long and short of it. If you want to see more of that broadcast, tune in to Instagram. Watch it in its
I like that plug.
entirety. In short, whenever there is a monopoly, competition, whenever there's a monopoly, consumers pay the price.
That's right. Consumers pay the price. Consumers pay the price. When there is no competition, consumers pay the price. They get crappy quality and they're price gouged. You get very little for very much. Well, this is what's happened with black men and black women. Any black man who doesn't really have any value and can't or doesn't want to date outside of his race, I mean, he's got to settle down with the typical sister, and it costs him his freedom, his health, all that stuff. And for what? For what?
You have no choice. You gotta accept what they have on the menu. There's a skit on Saturday Night Live.
There you go.
Guy goes in. Cheeseburger. You got a hamburger, no hamburger, cheeseburger. All burgers going cheeseburger. Bacon cheeseburger, no bacon cheeseburger. Got fries, no fries, chips. You got Coke, no Coke, Pepsi.
There you go. See?
Cheeseburger, chip, Pepsi. No Coke, Pepsi.
There you go.
No fries, chips. Cheeseburger.
Drew M with the $5 super chat says, yep, went to my old church and 36 people were there. And 6, including me, were men. 1 was married and 1 was a widow. Go figure. There you go.
That's all. Monopolies are bad for the consumer.
Yes, they are. And I'm going to open up the phone lines later, guys. I'm going to open up the phone lines later. And the question I want you guys to answer, think about what you're going to ask when you call in. Can sisters compete with non-black women in 2021? Can sisters compete with non-black women in 2021?
There's low innovation.
Yep.
High prices.
Mm-hmm.
And it's either you take this or nothing. And I said it before and I say it again. The way we date today, first off, dating is dumb. But 2,
yeah, that cheeseburger is making me kind of hungry.
In our community, it can be said that with a rate of almost 60% of the people being single, and black women in this case not even really wanting to feeling like smiling at a black man is an imposition.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Either you're going to try to force 2 groups of people to try to get along, and jam them together, and do people. I said this on my Instagram yesterday. do black women, I was asking a woman, I was asking a mother, I said, what do you teach your daughters about dating? And I said, do black women approach dating a black man like a child thinks of Christmas morning?
Oh my God. Wow. Incredible. What a question to ask. What a question to ask. I honestly, man, I might actually have to go and watch that. I'd like to hear her answer.
No. I said, no. Black women approach the dating market, especially with black men, like Christmas morning when they know they're getting a gift bag with socks in it. I want you to think about how the last time you woke up at the crack of dawn to be ready for Christmas morning over the age of 30. You don't. You sleep in, you could care less. But when you were a kid, Thanksgiving, it was on.
Yes, sir.
From November 27th all the way through December 24th, you were on your best behavior because every day was one day closer. You marking off the time and shit.
That's all right. That's all right.
And
you guys all remember the calendars? December 13th, 14th, 15th.
You ran into that room no matter what you had, whether your family had a little or a lot.
Slapduck on the Sharpe stream site says for every 10 black gentlemen at the gym, there is one black lady. At this proportion, no, I don't think they are even trying to compete. Egg Yolks with the $5 super chat on the YouTube side says you already know they can't as of now.
You have all these memories of Christmas morning because it was the anticipation, the excitement.
That's right.
But no one got excited to get that one gift from that aunt.
That's right.
Who didn't even bother to freaking wrap a gift.
Just put it in the goddamn gift bag.
The worst things that happen to gifts are gift bags.
Yep.
Think about that aunt I'm talking about. That's that aunt or that cousin that they just buy you some cheap shit. They don't even sell it at $1 at the
I'm going to go ahead and call her out. Aunt Sonia, that was you. Aunt Sonia, that was you.
dollar store anymore. They go get a gift bag so they ain't got to wrap it. And they throw some socks in there and some toys you can get at the drugstore.
Right, real talk. What nothing.
Ooh. No one cares about that Christmas morning. So my thing is, if you don't like the market is a monopoly.
That's right.
What do? How do you make Christmas morning, how do you make dating feel like Christmas morning again?
You open the market.
The same way you do it in this country. You open the market up to competition. Competition spurs innovation, creativity, drives prices down, drives quality up, and makes overall happier consumers.
That's right. But Beastly Nerd on the YouTube side says, I'm at the gym right now, and there is literally 2 older black women, the rest Latinas. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. The only black woman I have ever seen in a gym in the last, 5 years is Devin's personal trainer. That's the only black woman I've ever seen in a gym.
Well, today, the men are the market for marriage. Men are not marrying because there's
Geeky Anomaly says, yep, 95% of the women at my gym are either white or Hispanic. That's right.
a lack of competition in the marketplace. So today, like I announced on Instagram,
Jason Moreno, Hit Dog, says, damn it, I use gift bags all the time for this stuff. Jason. Jason. All right, man. Let's all troll Jason. Let's all troll Jason. Tighten up, Jason. Hashtag no more gift bags.
going forward, this market is open. This market is open.
Damn right.
Yeah, I will still talk.
Edward Davis on the YouTube side. Brilliant statement here. He says, black men knew long ago the market has opened. But black men were looked upon unfavorably by other black men for doing it. Kevin is saying we're now welcoming those black men back into the fold.
About black this, black that. I'm a black man, but I have my preference. I love black women, but I am a men's advocate. And if we don't have enough women that want to be wives, how do you plan on getting men who want families married?
You open the market.
You either make a better product or you expand the options.
And I don't see us making a better product. I don't see us making a better product. I really don't. Ant Tycoon, $5 super chat says, my girl sits at the bar with me and say white women love you. I told her they appreciate charisma and manners. To black women, I'm soft. You're preaching to the choir. Appreciate that, Ant Tycoon. So shout out to you for yesterday super chatting the TLA. That was good stuff.
So Becky, Marisol, Mylene, welcome.
Guys, let's get these likes up, guys. We're at 1,100. We're at 1,100 live viewers. If you guys get me to 550 likes, I would greatly appreciate it.
Welcome to Independence Day. It's 1996.
Yes, ma'am. No, sir.
Whether you're a Bull, a Packer, or a Yankee.
When he says Bull, Packers, or Yankees, the beginning of his opening monologue, he talked about the fact that in '96 the Chicago Bulls started their second three-peat. Brett Favre had just won a Super Bowl 31 against the then New England Patriots. And the New York Yankees had won their first World Series since God knows when. They'd win, I think, 4 or 5 out of the next 6 or 7.
It's Independence Day. Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum wearing a pair of glasses, actually called, this is a pair of frames called the Jeff.
Drop those names, Kev.
From Jacques-Marie Mage.
Drop those names, Kevin.
Created or inspired by Jeff Goldblum's eyewear. So I'm wearing the Jeff from Jacques-Marie Mage. Shout out to Will Smith back when you still were independent. Free Will Smith.
Kevin's stupid. Hashtag free Will Smith.
Shout out to you, Vivica. You was looking good that movie, but she was still a baby mom in that movie, right?
She was, wasn't she? Vivica was a baby mama in Independence Day. I'll be goddamn.
She was a baby mama in the movie, but not really.
But she was looking good, though. Vivica was looking real good.
Oh, my God. The jokes.
Yeah, Vivica was looking real good. Chris Johnson, $5 on the YouTube side, says there was no such term as, quote, swirling until black women got into their masculine and needed a term to feel special. Real talk?
The jokes. Yes. Independence Day. It is your Independence Day.
Yes, sir.
Black men, you have been liberated. It is the end.
Robert Eliezer says, shout out to Scott Brocious and the 90s Yankees. Dude, let's shout out to Scott Brocious, Charlie Hayes, John Wetland, who was the closer before Mariano Rivera, Paul O'Neill. Oh, dude, don't get me started.
Independence Day. So, going forward, we are going to be, when you talk about modern women, modern women has always been everybody.
Edub on the Sharpe stream site says, once non-black women figured out how to get asses like black women, it took them out of the competition.
Yep.
Look, as soon as white girls started figuring out how to get that ass, this is what happened to black women. That was it. That was a wrap.
Always been everybody. But
she was a stripper in that movie, wasn't she?
Anybody who calls in,
yeah, shout out to Tino Martinez on that Yankee squad as well. Don't try me, don't test me. Shout out to Bernie Williams.
If you're a non-black woman who want to call in, call. Competition. And here's the funny thing. You can't get mad. You cannot get upset or
Egg Yolks, $5 on the YouTube side. Excellent super chat. Says, is this why BBLs, the Brazilian butt lifts, I know what that is now, are so popular? Bigger behinds ain't the only thing attractive anymore. You're goddamn right. Listen, man, and me personally, I don't like huge asses. And I'm not going to throw shade on a man who likes a nice big ass. Cool. Hey, Sir Mix-a-Lot still gets paid off of that song. Not mad at that. I'm not a guy who likes like overly like 60-inch booties or anything like that, but I like a nice shapely ass. But just because you have a shapely ass does not mean I'm going to cut you any breaks on the stomach area. Oh no. You can have just because you have listen, man, we got a lot of brothers out here. As long as she's got a big booty, he's hitting it. That's ridiculous. And Minister Jap says this all the time, man. Black women are greatly shaped, but it's just like all the fat falls in the right places. In their 20s, all the fat falls to their ass and titties. As soon as they hit 30, now you got booty do. Well, what's booty do, Donovan? Booty do is when a woman's stomach sticks out further than her booty do. That's why. That's what booty do is. Nah, man, dude, listen. Shapely ass, flat stomach, ample bosom. You better fucking believe it. The Blind Archer says, come on, Chuck Knobloch, best batting stance ever. I'm going to come up with a better one. Good one, though. I like that.
That I am trying to get better outcome for men. You have a choice, ladies.
You know it. I'll counter with Will Clark and Julio Franco.
If you want to compete for the men,
There you
compete.
go. That's right.
But if not, get out the way. Get out the way.
Slapduck says, in Brazil, in the gym, women focus mainly on the boom bacon. On the boom boom. You're goddamn right. And by the way, while we're on that topic, I told Devin's personal trainer, I said, look, you need to tell her you need 3 booty days a week. I said, you need 3 booty days a week. Real talk. I said, real talk. Work on the midsection, but I need that ass to be tight. You're 45. You're not 25. And while you still have a nice shapely ass, it's going to take some work. I need 3 booty days a week.
Chick, get out the way. Let me show you something from my past. From when I was a kid.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
When I was a kid, there was something that I always thought was really interesting. When I was not a kid, but when I was younger.
Okay.
When I was younger, there was a brand.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Komet Azubuik, I hope I'm pronounced that correctly, $5 says, unfortunately, this is a reality that I must admit is true, especially for educated men. If I want marriage and children, I have to open my options.
That kind of captured the imagination.
Robert Eliezer says Julio Franco played until he was about 87. Actually, I think he was 74, but who's counting?
Of the world. And it was
He's like a 60-ounce bat.
called
This is good. Listen to
United
this, guys.
Colors of Benetton.
There it is. You guys remember this? You guys remember this from back in the day?
United Colors of Benetton was a whole, we are the world, let's all get together. This was the internet before the internet was the internet.
Yes,
this
sir.
was the global marketplace.
That's right.
Well, now over here, we're like the United Colors of Benetton.
You know it.
My personal preference is I love black women. I want you to win. But I want you to win while competing. That's right, damn it. I want you to win while competing. You're going to have to outrun Becky, Marisol, Mylene, and Jamila. That's
And right now, Becky, Marisol, Mylene, and Jamila are kicking y'all's ass. And the reason why they're kicking y'all's ass is because they compete. They compete. They don't assume that the black men they're attracted to, they don't assume that they're the first choice of the black men that they're attracted to. And most of the time, they're not. Listen, man, most black men prefer black women. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. And I'll tell you this, too. For most black men, black women, we gave black women the right of first refusal. In other words, black women that was our first choice. Black women were always our first choice when we were younger. My very first girlfriend, Cassandra Harris. I knew her in Hawaii. Went to Alimano Intermediate School. She was a dark-skinned girl. Dude, she was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my life. I was like, oh my God. Unbelievable. Cassandra was great. She was taller than me, too. But she was pretty. She was pretty. But most black men, gentlemen, we give black women the right of first refusal. Black women that's our first type. Black women went and fucked it up because they thought they had the monopoly. Now they got to compete. And the reason why black women don't want to compete is because they don't want to compete for something they feel is rightfully theirs. Well, guess what? Ain't nothing rightfully anybody's. We have options.
That's right. I gave them the recipes yesterday. Oh, girl, know how to make fried chicken, fried catfish,
Yes,
strawberry
sir.
cake,
You know it.
sweet tea,
Yes, sir.
smothered pork chops.
You know
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He didn't say pork chops, y'all. He said poke chops. P-O-K-E or P-O-A-K. Chops.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, but
Yes,
you know
sir.
what? Like I say, sisters, I love you.
Who loves you, baby?
I love you, baby.
Kevin is stupid as hell. This nigga.
I love you. I love you so much that I am opening the marketplace to all.
Yeah, Griffey has the sweetest swing ever. Kevin Euclid. Ooh. Wow, Kevin Youkilis. Okay. All right. I see. Okay. All right.
So we can finally see what it looks like when
Shout out to Unique79 with the $3.77 Cash App. He asks, was there ever a period when black women were kicking ass? Yeah, back in the 70s, man. Back in the 70s. Like, dude, black women back in the 60s and 70s, dude, they were some bad fucking bitches. Like, the average black woman back in the 60s and 70s were bad fucking bitches, dude. Like, dude, big boobs, shapely asses, flat stomachs. Bitches stayed in shape. Y'all don't know nothing about that Pam. Dude, Pam Grier might have been the baddest bitch ever. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, the answer is yes.
men are actually put in a place that they deserve. Competition for thee, competition for me.
You know it.
Like I said, if we talked about the divesting market, black men didn't come up with the word swirling.
That's all right.
But think about what's going on in the world today. The other day, one of the foremost virtual matchmakers or whatever, we already know what she did with her business.
Oh, yeah, April O'Neil. Or, Jesus Christ. What, did I really just say April O'Neil from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? April Mason. For those of you who don't know, April Mason has recently said, listen, man, I'm not doing matchmaking anymore. Black women are not agreeable. Their standards are too high. They want Mr. Perfect. Guess what? A couple of years ago, Rebecca Lynn Pope did the same thing. Yes. Hey, look, Diana Ross. Oh, yo, Diana Ross. Real talk. I actually just learned that Rashida Jones is the daughter of Quincy Jones and Diana Ross. Rashida Jones, the actress Rashida Jones, her father is Quincy Jones, mom is Diana Ross.
We talking to the men. 2-3 years ago, Rebecca Lynn Pope did the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Old girl has gone from swelling to cackling and laughing, and she got a brother. Congratulations. The free market works.
Yes, it does. Y'all leave me alone about April O'Neil. Come on now. Come on.
And the funny thing is, no matter what you think about her or the woman with the show or April Mason, when you are a competitive woman,
That's right.
you have options.
There you go. And this transcends race, gentlemen. This transcends race. When you are a competitive woman, you have options. Guess what? It works exactly the same thing for the other side. When you are a competitive man, you have options. What do we mean by competitive? A person who takes care of themselves, stays in the gym, keeps themselves fit physically, mentally, emotionally. For men, high earners, high functioning men. For women, all they really got to do is get into shape. All they really have to do is get into shape, man. And I've said this so many times. Dude, if all black women got to do is get back into shape. And they will corner the market on black men. They will if they lose the attitudes, get into shape. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Niggas wouldn't even be looking at white girls. Dude, wait, hold up. You mean I get to have a black woman with a fit black body and no attitude? And she actually wants to be submissive? Shit. Ain't trying to do that, though, are they?
Nope.
Mamba Light, $10, says, hey, Don, glad you're doing better. First live stream, baby. Says, I used to be a simp, but no more thanks to you. Keep doing what you do, and God bless, peace, and love. We hit a 6-figure opportunity. We on our way up. Yes, sir. Appreciate that very, very much.
See, I saw people talking crap about the woman with the black men now. Like she's a Beatrice.
Yeah, Benedict Arnold.
Arnold. Like she turned her back. Get competitive. I see a bunch of avatars talking.
Compete. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. All sisters do is sit around and talk shit about us dating white girls. If you don't want it, like, this is funny. The way I see it is this, guys. And I'll make this very simple for you. For all you sports fans out here. Black women sitting around talking about, black women go with white girls and self-hate and all this other kind of stuff. That is exactly the same thing. As a football, basketball, or baseball team, getting blown out, and the other team appears to be running up the score. Oh my God, coach, they're running up the score. If you don't want the other team to run up the score, then stop them. Get competitive. You can't just sit around and complain about the fact, oh, Aaliyah. You can't just sit around and complain about the fact that the other team is running up the score. Play some fucking defense. Compete. Well, it's the same with sisters. You can't sit around and complain about the fact that black men are seeking better options than you. Become a better option. Compete.
Crap about a woman whose picture's up there. Get competitive.
Hey.
Competition works.
You know it.
It's 1996.
Yes, sir.
The free market. Get the likes up. We don't go to the call lines. Okay.
Uh-oh.
No. Call lines don't open nothing.
Guys, we got 1,300. Oh, well, we are up over 50%. Good stuff. We are up over 50%. I appreciate that. 1,277 people watching. Anti-Coon, $10 super chat says, is it fair to ask, what are women competing for? I.e. a husband, money chasing, manipulation. They also compete to who and can be the best and worst. Listen, women are not competing for husbands. Women are competing for money. They want to get the bag. But you can't have it both ways. Just like the lawyer on, what was it, TLA. Dude, TLA had a good-looking black woman on. She was a lawyer. Dude, feminine as could be. Feminine as could be. Her parents did her dirty. Told her to get your degree and earn. And now she's probably in her mid to late 30s and will probably never get married. Feminine as all get out. There was not a mean attitude bone in her body, and she will end up alone. And it's sad, man. It's very, very sad. Egg yolks, $5. Said, I don't know about that, Donovan, but maybe it's just me. Even if they got into shape, some of the white girls, hey, look. Look, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. But I'll tell you what. If black women want black men to come back to them, they got to compete. Kevin Samuels is telling y'all. He's been telling y'all now for a year and a half. Hey, get your shit together. Black women didn't listen. So you know what he did? He said, all right, Becky, Marisol, Mylene, and Jamila, here's what you do to get yourself a high-value black man. Not that they weren't doing this already, but dude, Kevin's giving up the game. No wonder black women are trying to get him taken off of YouTube. Let's continue.
Opens, we'll shut this sucker down. I'm saying one more time because we're only on part one.
Oh, there's a part.
1996, Whoops. Deregulation.
Damn, I didn't know there was a part two. Kevin's doing a part two. Oh boy, we are all in for a treat. Again, guys, I'm going to open up the phone lines later. The question I'm going to ask, I want to hear from you. Can sisters compete with non-black women in 2021?
See, when you open a market and expand it, you don't have to beg for scraps.
No, you
You
don't.
don't have to ask what somebody brings to the table. Because if they want your business, they will present their table in such a way to where it's compelling.
Shout out to Unique79 with the $13.77 Cash App. He says to get Aya to teach these black women how to be feminine. Dude, Aya is the most feminine entity on the face of the planet. Donovan Sharpe, Heather P at DonovanSharpe.com. Please, someone send me that clip of Aya. Theo Woff says, blonde Ukrainians. Psh, don't I know it. Hashtag Tatiana.
I want you to think about a mall or a store.
This is dude, I'm going to tell you what. This comparison that he is about to make, like, I don't know, like, this is Kevin's, dude, he's got to be the smartest person I know. I don't know how he comes up with this stuff. But the analogy that he is about to make, the juxtaposition between the store and the dating market, this is brilliance personified. Watch and listen.
That has a sales pitch or a sales focus like modern women, like a lot of women today. I want you to imagine going to a store with merchandising like this. They got no mannequins.
Merchandising means the way the store is set up.
They got nothing. You go to women. You go to your particular department. There's nothing on the racks. There's no mannequins. There's nothing in the window.
Okay.
All you got is people standing behind registers like this. You walk in there and you need a shirt.
Look, that's exactly how black women be looking too. Just
and you walk up to them, they don't even say nothing to you.
uh-oh.
You got to stare it down.
Mm-hmm. Yo, can I get a shirt? Like, hey, can I get a shirt?
Excuse me. Take your order.
Right here?
Yeah,
Yep.
where are all the products? What do you mean? Where are all the products?
What you mean?
They're online.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Online? What the fuck I'm doing here then?
well, how am I supposed to find? I'm looking for a shirt. How am I supposed to find the shirt I'm looking for?
That's a good question, Kevin.
Go online.
Shh.
Or even better, pay me first and then I'll tell you. Pay me first for the shirt. Then I'll take you to the shirts online and I'll show you what you can pick.
Shit. So I got to pay you first and no. Nope. Nope.
Really, nigga?
For real?
All right, and bring out the catalog.
Shit.
So in other words, I got to come to your store and I got to pay you up front for a shirt, and then you will show me what my choices are after I've paid you.
Nope.
Yeah, that's a no for me. That's a no for me. And this is exactly what sisters are doing. And Kevin's about to make this comparison, but this is what sisters are doing in a retail sense. I got to pay you first. I have to spend my time, my money, my resources, my attention for something you might give me. And all we're really looking for is just a little bit of companionship. But I gotta see, this is where guys get this backwards. We don't have to qualify to women. They got to qualify to us. And the reason for that is because there are more of them than there are us. So the onus is on them to qualify themselves to us, not the other way around. I posted this on IG the other day. I'll actually, dude, I'm going to bring it up right now. I posted this on IG, I think it was yesterday, and this encapsulates today's dating market. I mean, it is unbelievable. Hang on a second. Let me, so this was damn it. Of course, I always get this thing jacked up. My apologies, guys. I think I'm gonna have to do a switch here. But I posted this on IG the other day because a lot of, both men and women alike have no idea that it is on women to qualify to us first. So this girl, Nisha P, says, dudes stay asking women if we can cook and clean. She says, nigga, can you mount a TV, replace a sink, lay some tile, fix a leak? The fuck? What are we doing? And then, of course, my caption is, this the problem with modern women. They don't realize that when a man asks them if they can cook and clean, that man already has his shit together. They also don't realize that there are a lot more of them than there are us. This means they have to qualify to us first, not the other way around. This, among other things, is why better than 3 out of 4 of them will never marry. That's the truth. Those are facts. We got too many men and women who actually believe that it's us that have to qualify to them. Hang on. I got it.
Nope.
What, the French toast?
Fuck out of here with that.
If I don't like the shirt, do I get my money back? No. So I got to keep the shirt no matter what.
Yep.
If you got to keep the shirt, you can get a shirt back. We still keep your money.
There it is. See that?
Who would rush out to buy from a store like that?
Anybody? Would anybody buy from a store like that? Dre Raven? E-Dub? BK from the Rockies? Lair Signal 94? Ant Tycoon, Ice Dragon Kid, I'm waiting. Kyle 2020, any takers? Any takers? William Osborne. Would anybody buy from a store like that? This is what sisters expect black men to do. When you put it in those terms, you can understand how fucking ridiculous this is. This is ridiculous.
Who would rush out to buy from a store like that? But that's kind of what happens when you ask the modern woman, what do you bring to the table?
Shit.
What? You're just supposed to come out and take me out to a 5-star restaurant.
Wait, what? Who? Wait, what?
But that's kind of what happens when you ask the modern woman, what do you bring to the table? What? You're just supposed to come out and take me out to a 5-star restaurant. Then
Nope.
I ain't taking you nowhere. Law number 3 of the 49 laws of Sharpe: never feed her before you fuck her. This is why. Kenny Warren with the $5 super chat says, been watching you for a minute. Glad you're healthy, even though I'm married. Your womanese explanations have helped me so much. Stay up. Thank you very much, Kenny. I appreciate that. Mamba Light $5 says, I forgot to mention, Don. Thanks for being a big bro for such a young man growing up, showing me and many others the way. I'll tell my boys about you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that very, very much. Yeah, Fred on the YouTube side says shirtless is better. Kyle 2020 says burn the store down. We wouldn't have to do that, actually. I think they would do that anyway.
you're supposed to wine me and dine me, and then when I feel comfortable,
Shit.
I'll open up to you and tell you what I might be prepared to do after you've done what you should do for me.
Shit. I wish a bitch would. I wish a bitch would.
And you got to pay the bill.
Wrong answer.
No. No.
Nope. Nope.
And I support your decision
That's right.
to choose to not have independence or be free.
Bingo.
I support your RBF. I support your right to have resting beef face. I support your right to be as intolerable.
There you
I
go.
support your fight to be as big as you want to be.
That's right.
I support your PhD.
Big
I
as,
support you not
big is beautiful. Big is beautiful. Beauty at any size. Beauty at any size. I support all of that.
in the cookbook. I support your dog. I support all that.
Oh shit.
Congratulations. You can be a PhD, have a cookbook.
I'm a PhD. You see this? Kevin's not making any. He's not making any exceptions. He's like, look. See, Kevin understands very clearly that we can't force women to do anything they don't want to do. We can't. Okay? We've been telling sisters for decades what we want and need from them. Listen, it is their right. It is their right to tell us. Oh, sorry about that. It is their right. Let me try and fix this while I talk. It is their right to refuse. It is absolutely their right to tell us, you know what? I don't want to do these things. I do not want to do these things. I don't want to be submissive. I don't want to have to be in good shape. I don't want to have to cook or clean. I don't want to have to do any of that stuff. And guess what, guys? We can't take them hostage. We can't say, well, listen, you absolutely positively must do these things. Or no, listen, man, women are free-thinking, free creatures. Freedom of choice. Right? Freedom of choice. What do they call that? Natural selection. Women are free to do whatever they want or don't want to do. Where their issue comes in is when they start to suffer the consequences. Okay, you want to be a PhD? Cool, be a PhD. Just understand that the more money you make as a PhD, and I've said this for years, the further you shrink your pool of potential suitors. The further you shrink your pool of potential... Oh, there we are. All right, good stuff. You can do whatever it is you want to do, but don't come crying to us when we tell you that you don't qualify. Do what you want. Do what you want. I ain't mad at you. But when we tell you don't qualify, keep that same energy when you're talking about nigga, no. Put something on screen here. So this was a while back. So Devin, I get Devin's nails done and all that good stuff. All of that. So she says, I was sat between two black women getting my nails done. She asked what color, and I said he wants a French manicure. What the man wants, the man gets. The woman to my left says, oh, please, no. Say what? Oh, please, no. It's almost as though sisters look at it as a bad thing to do something for the express intent of making their men happy. And they wonder why brothers are passing them up for better options.
You can we don't even need to rebuke you anymore.
I rebuke.
There's no need to rebuke you. We accept you.
Yes.
You'll just
We accept you. We ain't gonna date you.
be over in the clearance aisle.
Oh! Oh, shit. Hold up. Wow.
They'll be selling what looks like you. You won't even be at Saks Off Fifth or Nordstrom or Neiman Marcus Last Call or Nordstrom Rack. You won't be there.
Damn.
You'll be at the Irregular. Remember Dillard's used to have a clearance house in Arlington.
Yes.
And what they had in the clearance house, or even back when Steinmart and Ross, they used to get the irregulars.
Oh, no.
You used to get the irregulars.
Yeah.
I want you to understand that a lot of modern women today are walking around the dating market asking for Birkin bag prices when you are an irregular. Now understand what an irregular is. Irregulars, if you've ever bought irregulars like I had to when you was broke,
Jesus.
Irregulars, you got the seam down one side and down the seam. See, the irregular, the seam might not run straight. It may like curve this way. Boy, if you ain't never seen somebody try to straighten the out seam on an irregular to make that shit look straight, oh my God, it was worse than kids taking the alligator off and sewing it on another shirt.
You know it. Hey, Biggie talked about that in Sky's the Limit. I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You want to see the inside? I'll see you later. Shout out to 112.
Yeah. See, that ghetto war stories. Yep.
You know it.
Big Shirley, you're an irregular wanting somebody to pay Birkin bag prices for you. No.
Shit. You better look. You better get the hell out of here with that. Get back to the clearance aisle where your ass belongs.
I am done warring with you, Shirley. There's no war. The war is over because all of your female generals are quitting.
That's it. The female generals he's talking about are April Mason, not to be confused with April O'Neil, and Rebecca Lynn Pope, among others. Even your sister's biggest advocates, they're throwing up their hands. They're like, dude, I can't do it anymore. I cannot do it anymore. East Coast Kev, $5 says, first time watching your live, enjoying every minute. Get them likes up, appreciate that. OG, $1.99. Women call that a pick-me. It's crazy where we at. Dude, real talk. Michael Simmons, $5 says, I legit just had this conversation an hour ago with this girl. I said, you can do what you want. I just won't date you. She said, that's controlling. How is that controlling if I say, you can do what you want, but I'm going to do what I want? Right? Women like to call you controlling when there are when there are consequences to their actions.
The women who are matchmakers and swirling and everything else, they're quitting. They're done. It's over.
Anybody heard from Crystal and Karazin in a while? Anybody heard from her? Anybody heard from Cynthia G?
It is over.
Yeah, Kendra G. Yeah, Robert Dalton. Yeah, y'all know. That's it.
When matchmakers quit. When swirlers go black.
Oh, my God.
It's over.
It's done. That's it.
It's over. The war is over. You've lost. Now we have to negotiate the peace. And of course, I'm here for you.
Love you, baby.
What you got for us, Godfather?
You're
What you got
beautiful.
for us? Look at the look on his face. Look at the look on his face.
Who loves you, baby? You're beautiful. And who would have thought that you'd be coming to moi, the Henry feminist godfather,
Yes, sir.
to help me help you compete in this open market?
Well, how are we going to do that, Kev?
To help me help you compete in this open market.
Robert Dalton with the correction says that's synthetic G, Donovan. Yeah, my fault. My fault.
No more do you have to sit back and listen about what. Now, understand, the market is open for you too, ladies. You are free to go chase Brad, Lee, Ahmed, and
Absolutely.
Enrique.
Here's the problem, and Kevin knows this as well. They are free to go chase those four gentlemen, but Brad and Enrique and all those other dudes aren't checking for sisters.
Nope.
They're not. They're not. Now, if they were fit and feminine, dude, a fit, feminine black woman in great shape could have any white guy she wants. Real talk. Real talk. Everybody talking about swirling and this and that and the other. Dude, the average black woman can't swirl. The average black woman can't date outside her race. You kidding me? Fuck out of here. We see it all. Look, we see it on television commercials and movies, but when do you actually see it in real life? Fuck out of here, man.
You are free to expand your options to those guys too. But just like I talked to a woman the other night, talking about, I'm going to expand my options.
Uh-oh.
How old are you? 47 years old. How tall are you? 5'7". How much you weigh? 190 pounds.
Bitch is built like a linebacker. Talking about I'm going to expand my options.
Like, what kind of options of near 200 pound, half 100 woman got dating out?
Oh! I got to go watch that one. I got to go watch that one on the real. God damn.
You can only expand options for people who actually come to buy at your store. Ladies, if non-black men are not approaching you
He's about to drop the mic.
in public with the express intent of taking you out on a romantic evening to get to know you, you have no options. If men
None.
are not meeting you in public with the express intent of taking you out on a romantic evening, you've got that's the extent of your options.
Nope.
If the only time a non-black man approaches you is on an app, but there's hope.
Oh,
There's hope.
okay.
Because the things you're going to have to do to get the non-black men interested in approaching you are the same things black men have been asking you for my entire lifetime.
And I wonder what that is.
The difference is, no longer do you have a monopoly on black men.
No, sir.
See, you rooted for Meghan Markle.
Yes, you did.
You rooted for Serena Williams.
Yes, you did.
You rooted for Eve. You rooted for all of them. So now you gotta say, all right, Byron Allen. Great job, Damon. What was the shark?
Damon John.
Damon John. Way to go, Robert Smith. All right, Alfonso Ribeiro. And this also allows me to do something that I've been wanting to do for a long time.
I wonder what that is. Daddy Dane, $5, says, Kevin is doing God's work. I'm afraid we aren't going to see the fruits of his labor for generations. These sisters refuse to change in full denial.
Yep.
You're right about that, dude. I'm gonna tell you what, we're not gonna see changes from sisters in our lifetime, and I'm damn sure not gonna be alone. So guess what? Went and got me a Becky.
The beautiful thing about the market opening for competition, O'Shea, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Not only is the market open for competition, if you've ever been in a fraternity or understand something called, they have a thing called a reclamation, to to get all of the former members of the fraternity who are no longer financially active. There's a time where they say, we'll waive all past dues. We just want you to come back and be active. Start paying your money going forward.
Oh, shit.
Well.
Oh, boy. Hang on to your hats, gentlemen. I cannot believe what came out of Kevin's mouth. I almost fell out this goddamn chair.
Let me turn off the music, because this is a monumental announcement.
Yes, sir.
I am announcing the beginning of the reclamation of black men with white women.
No, the fuck you didn't.
Say what? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? This just came out of Kevin Samuels' mouth.
I am announcing the beginning of the reclamation for black men married to non-black women. Dave Chappelle.
Wow. Let's listen to that one more time.
Black men with white.
And I'm going to tell you what, Kevin was stone-faced. Kevin was stone-faced when he said it. His ass is dead ass serious. His ass is dead ass.
Final announcement. I am announcing the beginning of the reclamation of black men with white women. Oh my God.
Kevin Samuels can't even believe Kevin Samuels just said that. Wow.
I am announcing the beginning of the reclamation for black men married to non-black women. Dave Chappelle, racial draft, we bring you back in.
Yes, sir.
Byron Allen, black again.
You know it.
Black again. Robert Smith, black. Fist in the air, black. Every black businessman who's with a non-black woman, you are 100% black again.
I guess that includes Donovan Sharpe. Now, listen, man, you guys know the black community. The black community, me and Black YouTube have a sordid relationship. All right. I'm not really accepted by Black YouTube. And actually, do you know how many shits I give? That's how many. That's exactly how many. However, by Kevin making this announcement, maybe, just maybe, some of these brothers out here, might come over and listen to what I'm saying. Guys, I've been telling you the same thing for years and years and years, man. I've been telling you the same thing for years and years and years. I showed my face for the first time because people didn't believe that I was black. Okay. Prove that I was black. People started saying Donovan Sharpe is not who he says he is. This mythical girlfriend, Devin, she's a figment of his imagination. There is absolutely, positively no way this woman exists. I think we all know and understand that to be untrue. Marcus B., $5 says, welcome back. Which is more annoying, black women or the cowboys? Definitely black women. Ken Hannon, $5 says, preach. Carlos Rosado says, with MTR in his situation, I'm glad you're well, Donovan. Prayers up for him as well. Happy you're back, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. The Black Blur, $5 says, so does that mean Tiger Woods can come back too? I suppose so. East Coast Kev asks the same thing. I mean, I suppose so. Fred says, welcome back. Hey, I guess I'm back in. Robert Dalton said, Shea Butter Twitter. No, the fuck you. Oh, my God.
No, the fuck you didn't.
Shea Butter Twitter. I'll be got. Hey, what's wrong with Shea Butter? What's wrong with Shea Butter? Oh, shit.
In solidarity with our brothers. Because
Yo, Kevin's going all, and he's not fucking around, guys. He is not fucking around.
Imagine, just look at all the brain drain that's gone when we sit back and say, well, you can't. No. David John, come on, bro. For us, by us.
You know it.
We for you, by you. You two, me, and yes, bring them all in. All of them are back. See, if they can swirl and date out and divest, if we're going to open the market up, we got to bring the...
We got to open it up on both sides. Just like you said, y'all rooted for Serena Williams. Y'all rooted for Meghan Markle. Every time a black woman dates out, it's hip hip hooray. But when a black man dates out, no sir.
On. They were just competing before the market was open. They were trailblazers and entrepreneurs. Who knew? They were innovators.
This nigga said, who knew?
They were innovators. They were the innovators. Oh, I'm going to hell.
Roland Tomasi is in the house. Says Ratchet Hoe Island next on Rational Male TV. Shout out to Roland Tomasi.
They were the innovators.
Yes. Listen, I'm going to take some credit. I've been dating white girls since I was in high school, y'all. I've been dating white girls since I was in high school. Fam, I know all about this. You know it.
Oh, God.
You motherfucking
know. They were the innovators. The innovators.
Anti-Coon, $5, says, black women on his Kevin Samuels show have been Steven Seagal syndrome. 5 callers get they butt kicked, and they think they'll be the one to get on his head. Man, I'm trying to tell you.
Nope.
East Coast Kev, $5, says, you can keep my black card. I am Team Latinas.
Yep.
Hell yes. Rolo says, fuck that, I'm going full Vincent Castle. Wow, okay. Wasn't he in the Thomas Crown affair, if I'm not mistaken? I think Vincent Castle is also in Eastern Promises. Ah.
So we can reclaim our high value and other black men who are with non-black women.
Yes!
I mean, after all, black women don't get rid of black women who are married to non-black men or with them.
Right. So why should y'all do the opposite?
So we reclaim you. You are welcome at the family reunion, the barbershop, the car wash, the spades table, the domino table. You are available. You are welcome back to the barbecue restaurant, the hole in the wall. You're welcome to come back to a line dance. You can step and swing dance.
Yes, sir.
Come on back. In your reclamation pack, it comes with Lowry seasoning salt. Louisiana hot sauce.
You know it.
A pack of green apple now laters.
Oh my God! This nigga's stupid. Green apple now and laters. Wow. Holy God damn. Yo, where can I get my reclamation pack? I'm trying to get them now and laters, man. God damn. Fucking Kevin.
And a lifetime supply of Fanta strawberry and tropical punch Kool-Aid. Oh God!
Yo, this nigga is stupid. Oh my God. This dude did not just say green apple now and later. Oh my God. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. Listen, where can I get my reclamation pack at? I'm trying to get my hands on all of that. Shit.
No, we're not. No, not OJ. No, hold on. There are limits.
No OJ. No OJ.
I don't know if we're gonna bring OJ back in.
Nah.
No, we got to have a standard.
Yes, we do. You see, OJ already spent up his black credit card. OJ maxed out his black credit card, which he shouldn't have even had, and he still has that debt. He maxed that out on the murder trial. He maxed that out on the murder trial.
Just saying.
Yeah. Theo says he's ordering the now and laters on Amazon. Man, don't get me started.
Eddie Murphy back
yes.
in. Amari Hardwick back in. Oh, the old.
Fred said purple Kool-Aid. Purple Kool-Aid, Fred, with too much sugar. You forgot to add the too much sugar part.
Spice Duke back in. Great. Think about all.
Iron Panther $2 says I need my reclamation pack ASAP. Okay, What else should be included? What else should be included in the reclamation pack? What else should be included in the reclamation pack? Let's do it. Let's do it. Yep, Tony Sashery, you're goddamn right. Now, on the Latinas, like, you have to throw the Latinas in there too, right? The Sazon. That's like the greatest seasoning in the history of all seasonings. What else should be included? What else should be included in the Black Man Reclamation pack? Let's do it.
Think about all the black men that get to come back in.
Yes, sir.
You can just see them coming through the door. It's like you're like, oh man, I missed you, dude. Man, I'm so glad you back, bruh. Man, let's bust these spades, man. Let's set these fools.
Yes, sir. And unless y'all see, I'm trying to tell you, man, y'all don't know about no spades. Y'all don't know about no spades. Said, let's set these niggas.
Bust out a pack of Newports. Give me a single. Can you imagine?
Up, roll up, Hennessy. Yes. Oh, yes, sir. Hennessy. Oh, you're goddamn right. You know it. Oh, okay. Now we're off and running. Now we are off and running. A 40 ounce of Colt 45. Yes, sir. Will Be Smooth says Newports. You know it, Sir Lancelot. Rice Krispie treats. Dude, the blind archer. Some dominoes and a Royal Crown bag. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. All of these are in. Dude, y'all are batting 1,000. Barbecue chicken, beastly nerd, hot Cheetos, Leroy's Turner. Keep it coming. Good God. Boy, y'all hitting up Double H malt liquor. You know it. That's where that Colt 45 comes in. That's where that Colt 45 comes in. You know it. You know it.
And here's what's even better. After we reclaim all of these men, we can sit down and say, okay, Dave, or Mari, Alfonso, Robert,
Donovan.
or pick any Byron. What's it like to date free?
This nigga. God. Oh my God.
What's it like to actually have somebody that's agreeable?
Wow. Yo, look, hot pickles, you know it. St. Ides, hey, wild Irish rose. Y'all don't know nothing about that wild Irish rose. Y'all don't know nothing about that wild Irish rose. Yes, sir. That OE, y'all don't know nothing about that OE, do you? That Old English? Y'all know nothing about that OE. Yep, do-rag, EBT card. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That OE, yo, don't sleep on that OE. You fuck around and get fucked up on that. Yo, Ostrich said Nissan Altima. Oh my God, he said a Nissan Altima. God damn. Oh my God, yes sir. 2 zigzags, yes sir. Black and Milds, you know it. A do-rag. Boone's Farm. Oh, Boone's Farm. Yes sir. Yes sir. What y'all know about those? Oh my God. Yes sir. You guys already know what time it is, man. Oh, Mad Dog 2020. Yo, on the strength. On the motherfucking strength. Yo, that Mad Dog 2020 will get you fucked up. Don't get it fucking twisted. Don't get it twisted. All right, let's see what else we got here. I think I already read this, but Iron Panther $2 says, I need my reclamation pack ASCP. Hell yeah. I need all of mine. Fred with the $25 super chat said, too much sugar. You got me, Sharpe. Hey, look. You ain't a nigga unless you're putting too much sugar in the Kool-Aid. You already know. It's never too sweet. You know, it's funny. A lot of people assume that because of my upbringing and the way I talk, that I don't know about hood shit. Like, y'all forget. My mom and dad were separated twice. My mom, so check this out. So, story time here with Donovan Sharpe. So my mom and dad got separated for the first time, I think when I was like 8 or 9 years old. We were actually living here in New Jersey. Got in a big fight. Mom decided she wanted to jump back on the carousel. E-dub King Cobra. Yep. So now we're living in Washington State, small little town just outside Tacoma called Stillicum, Washington. Yo, we were as broke as a fucking joke, y'all. I know about government cheese, y'all. I know about powdered milk. I know about bread sandwiches. Do not get it fucking twisted. Do not let the strong command of the English language fool you. Don't let them fool you. Do not let it fool you. I know all about that. Shit, oh my God. It was me. Dude, it was my mom, me, and my 2 brothers and 2 sisters. We're living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Did that for what, 3 years? Shit. I know all about those. Egg yolks, $5 says fried chicken. Fried whiting. Yes. Uno. Spades. Hennessy. Cigars. Dominoes. Hot Funyuns. You guys are batting 1,000. Fred Astaire Descartier says a 6-pack of Ice House. Yes, sir. Hang on a second. Oh, y'all are really. Hold up. Jeremiah Friend says, but is Don Lemon's ass back in?
Nope.
No. Like I'm blacker than Don Lemon. And that's saying something. Like my black ass is blacker than John. Technological Chaos, $10. Says Don Lemon is excluded until further notice.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. LaFord 1980 said Chico Stick. Yes, sir. Philip D. Ridden Jr., welcome to chat privileges. At Philip D. Redden Jr. to welcome him to the TSR family. Appreciate that very much. Philip, if you would put your age and location in the chat so that we know where you are from. Dwayne, $2. Appreciate that. Ant Tycoon, $5 says OJ is the GOAT. He got away with the ultimate discipline of vaginal irresponsibility. Well, yeah, that's why OJ will never be. That's why OJ is never getting his black card back. Like he used up all his shits on the trial. Used up all his shits on the trial. Mr. Old School Writer says black and mild, and don't forget the Benson and Hedges. Say what? All of my mom's boyfriends in Washington, they all smoke fucking Benson and Hedges. All of them. Marianne D, $20 says, Mr. Donovan, glad you're back. Continuing to have you in prayer for full recovery. Thank you for that, Marianne. Appreciate that. Dwayne, $2 super chat says, don't forget the crab legs and shrimp. You know it. Leroy Starter says extra soy sauce. You are not lying. Oh my God. Egg yolks, $5 says biscuits and grits. Yo, y'all don't know. Man, I'm trying to tell you. We got salt and vinegar potato chips. Yes, sir. Side of barbecue sauce. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stephen Ortiz. Member for 14 months. Says, I don't think it's been this long. Wow. I didn't think it's been this long. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in, my friend. Grape soda and cheese doodles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's continue.
We're going to call this Project Amy. Project Amy.
Oh, my goodness.
What's it like to be with Amy?
What's it like to be with Amy? So, as someone who is a, how can I put this? I like to fashion myself. I don't really call myself a snow bunny slayer. I prefer it a Caucasian female sommelier. I fucked a lot of white girls, y'all. I fucked a lot of white girls, for sure. And so to answer the question that Kevin just asked, what's it like? What's it like being with Amy? Well, I'm going to show you what it's like. I got a few pictures here. This, of course, is Devin. Devin has fantastic legs. These are the heels she wore last night when we smashed. Ah, yes. Yes, red heels. Wore the slut anklet for me. Appreciate that. You know it. Oh, yes. Like Devin is, dude, when Dev wears these, the lace-up clear stripper heels, like I'm trying to, like at that point, I'm going backdoor for sure. Backdoor for sure. There, of course, is Daisy in the background, as she is often. Now, these are high heels. And believe it or not, these are probably the tallest heels she owns, yet she walks the best in those because of the arch support. You guys can see Devin's got hot legs. Her legs are hot. That's just all there is to it. Here we go. More pictures of Devin. There's Daisy on the side. Hot legs, as usual. This is what it's like dating a woman who prioritizes making you happy. This is what it's like, guys. This was on my birthday night. This is on my birthday night. Actually, those white heels are exactly the same as these heels. She's basically wearing a pink, silk towel. She might have panties on underneath there, right? Yes, this is when when I had first gotten back from Phoenix. Devin decided, you know what? I'm going to dress up for my man every day. I'm going to dress up for him this is what it's like. I'm answering Kevin's question. This is what it's like. This is what it's like dating a woman who prioritizes your happiness. Had super high blood pressure. Devin says, all right, we're going to get plenty of cardio in. And she dressed just like this for 10 straight days, and I fucked her 10 straight days. There she is doing work on my website. Dressed the way she dressed. Yes. One of my favorite picture montages. She decided to make chicken parmesan wearing this. You guys can see she has an unbelievable ass. Her legs are out of this world. Out of this world hot. Shout out to D, her personal trainer. Now this again, putting me first. This is a picture of femininity. We are at Capitol Grill. And Devin got a lobster tail on top of her steak. Lobster tail on top of her steak. She decides, you know what, I'm probably not going to eat all of this. So I'm going to give half of it to Donovan. That's what she did. This is what women do. Look at Devin. She actually looks happy to be with me. This was us at the Grand Canyon. This is us at the Grand Canyon, guys. That is what it's like, gentlemen, to date a woman or date women who put you first, man. Black women never do. Dude, the only time you see black women wearing stuff like this is in spicy movies or if they're strippers. So in other words, the only reason black women wear this stuff is if they're getting paid to do it. Well, you're paying Devin, basically. No, I'm not. This is just the arrangement, man. I give her a good life. She takes care of me sexually. Guys, this is what happens. Does Devin like wearing this stuff all the time? Of course not. But she does it anyway. For no other reason but that she wants to make me happy. And the reason she makes me happy is because I'm a top 5%er. She doesn't like me for me. She likes me for what I can do. I'm sure that there are certain personality traits that I possess that she likes. But when you bring your A game, when you make demands, when you set boundaries, and you are unwavering in your boundaries, guys, this is what happens. Sisters don't do this, man. Sisters don't do this. Look, let's take another victory lap. Sisters ain't wearing this stuff. Huh? They're not doing that. They're not doing this. Like, what are they doing? Not even close. Look, honestly. Dude, sisters would never dress like this and come and serve you. Would not do it. And the reason why, and I want to take this opportunity to let you guys know that the reason why I post stuff like this, the reason I show you guys stuff like this, is to show you that A, it can be done. It's not easy, but it can be done. And that B, yes, there are women out here who are willing to do this. Guys, there are women out here who will be happy to be with you and not be afraid to show it. There are women out there who will take you on, airplane tours of the Grand Canyon. and hug you like it's the last day she's ever going to be with you because she's appreciative of who you are, of what you are, and what you do for her. These women, they don't exist. These women don't exist. You have to go out here and build these women, guys. You have to go out here and build. You have to go out there and build these women. Yes, how to build a quality woman from the ground up, guys. It's going to take work on your end, but it is possible. It is possible. Now, is it possible to do this with a sister? Sure. But if we're going to play the odds, chances are probably not going to find a sister willing to do this. I'm sure they're out there. But go where you're wanted. Go where you're wanted.
I couldn't call her a bitch ass what? What? No more arguing. Oh my.
Oh, this is funny. Listen.
Hey. 4 times a week at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Anything else? I couldn't call her a bitch ass what? What? No more arguing. Oh my God.
Oh, I can't do it.
I know. It's going to be a little bit too much.
Nope. Can't do it.
See? So here's another beautiful thing. With all the exiting of all of the femininity instructors and virtual matchmakers,
There you go.
with the reclamation of all these brothers,
April O'Neil, April Mason, Rebecca Lynn Pope. The war is over, guys.
we could have a whole new group of women willing to fill those vacancies. See? You got to have a can-do spirit, lady.
There it is.
Got to think about the opportunities.
This is funny as hell. Dude, Kevin, he can't help himself because he knows it's over. Damien Hamna says, cup of ramen noodles. Oh, dude, real talk. E-dub, can of Sporting Waves. Yes, sir.
I'm going to have to go into witness protection after this one.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Next thing you know, you start seeing
is.
matchmaking institutions and rent-a-gent. Next thing you Tupperware parties and junior league and everything. Oh my God.
Kevin, don't do that to him, bruh. Kevin. They're not ready for that. They're not ready for that. They are not ready for that. Guys, again, and brothers, black men, you have to know it's possible. You got to know it's possible. This is your competition. Watch this. I'll show you something else. So on one of the many posts, I always get some pushback, right? Right. So on this particular picture, hang on a second, let me get this up here. On this particular picture, damn it. Okay, I'm going to have to redo that one. There. On this particular picture, this woman said, black woman, says, unless you want to pay for foot surgery, everything, every day ain't thing to get it with them heels. Sometimes you're going to get pedicured toes. See that? See that? Already pushing back, and that's not even you. And so I asked her, and your husband's name is? She responded, that ship has sailed. No fucking shit. I already know I'm more likely to win the lottery than to catch a husband. But heels every day? Yeah, no. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy with sisters. She knows she's never going to find a man. She knows she's never going to find a man. But even if she did, heels every day? Yeah, no. Yeah. Yep. Dude, this is why sisters are losing. It's this mindset. God forbid, a woman do something for the express pleasure of a man. And they call these white girls all kinds of names. Oh, well, it's good that you have a slave, right? Is she your maid or your woman? Actually, she's both. Mm-hmm. And these same women will be the first to ask or to shame you. You're a sellout. Short-sighted bitches, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh my God, show me the way. Oh my God. Oh. And the theme song is
I'm going to open up
going
the
to be
phone lines
We
here
Are the
shortly, guys.
World. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones
Yes,
to
sir.
make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
Now Kevin's
There's
clowning here
a choice we're making.
Kevin's clowning here a little bit, which is funny. So I'm about to open up the phone lines. Where's my... Hang on, guys. Oh, direct connect. That's what I got to do. There we go. Make sure we're dialed in here. Perfect. So I'm going to dial in here, guys. I'm going to open up the phone lines. And the question I want you guys to answer, the question du jour, the question of the day. Can sisters compete with non-black women? Can sisters compete with non-black women? Can today's black women compete with Becky, Marisol, Mylene, and Jamila? Not only do I need you to tell me whether they can or not, I need you to tell me why they can or cannot. I need you to tell me why they can or cannot. 516-387-1987. Again, that is 516-387-1987. We'll continue the video. Until the phone line queue, until the line queue is full. Let's continue. So this is a very interesting conversation.
In our community.
So this is a very interesting conversation that he has with this young woman. Just listen.
That's the end goal. A better product. Stocking the shelves with something better at the store. Not just saying you got to take what's on the menu like a monopoly. So there's jokes, but there's reality. There's truth. There's logic behind this stuff. But I'm dead ass serious about the reclamation. We're reclaiming all the brothers. We've reclaimed you. Now, I know, yes, we reclaim all the brothers. You're back. Welcome back.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Okay, let me try to correct this static on the line here. Because the lines are blowing up. Holy God. Okay. Devin, I'm actually not getting any static on my end. Okay. Well, Dev, listen, do the best job you can. Let's just get through it. This is a very interesting conversation. And while, again, 516-387-1987, can sisters compete with non-black women? Gerard Butler with the $5 super chat says, unfortunately, it's over for them like VHS and beta tapes SMH. Wow. The AV Network guy, $10 super chat, says, it's over for the community. These ladies might be winning something, but it's not black men. Keep up the great work, Donovan. This is my first time supporting part of the Coach Gang. Appreciate that. Hold on. Let me give you a Don DeMarco for that. Appreciate it.
Don DeMarco.
Very nice. Very nice. Appreciate that very much. East Coast Kev, $5 super chat says, is over for them like 8-track tapes, Stetson cologne, and lambskin condom. Hashtag winter is coming. You guys are savage today. Let's listen to this conversation.
Good.
That was going to go.
So, regarding your topic about moving on and dating outside the races, I wanted to say that I think you know me pretty well. Well, I don't know if you know me very well, but you've talked to me maybe once or twice. So I don't believe that we should be dating too much interracially.
Okay.
I don't think we should. And I do think that it's best to stay in your culture. Mostly culture, I would say. Mostly stay in your cultural tribe. Does that make sense?
Okay, so let me ask you if that's a good concept.
That is a good concept. She's making a good point. I think she's talking about some of the cultural elements of dating outside your race. In other words, I don't think this is a race thing. I think this is, just like she said, I think it's a cultural thing. She thinks that we should date inside of our culture.
But in our community, we're 59% of us are single. 62% of our women are single.
Woo!
That's just a hard number.
62% of black women are single. That's a goddamn shame, man. 60% of our women are single. Incredible.
Right now, 1 in 4 black women will expect to marry in their lifetime. And that's still factoring in the baby boomer generation, my mother's generation.
Right.
And they were married at a rate of 40+%. You move them out, the number is going to drop to below 20%, in my opinion.
See that?
So
20%. Can you imagine that, guys? Can you imagine about 15 or 20 years when the baby boomers start leaving us? 1 in 5 black women will marry. That's incredible, man. That's incredible.
That being said, how do men marry inside their culture if the women inside your culture are not seeking to be wives?
Look at the confused look on her face. Look at the confused look on her face. See?
Well, that's hard. That's
See?
really hard. The only, when you were speaking about the numbers, the thing that popped into my head was polygamy, was having more than one wife. I don't know how possible that is culturally.
Shit. Do you think a black woman would ever... See, this is the thing. Sisters want the loyal alpha. They want the nigga that looks like Shamar Moore, who fucks like a porn star and only has eyes for her. Right? So what makes us think that black women would ever think about sharing a man? Knowingly sharing a man. I guess I should make that distinction. Because ain't no sister gonna willingly share shit. That much I know is true.
As you know, in my culture, it's something that's considered. But if the women don't want to be wives, you're right. You have to find a wife.
And one of the issues that black women often bring up as making relationships unappealing, thus prohibitive, is black men's fidelity, i.e. cheating. So I don't know many women who, if they have an issue with men's alleged cheating, are going to be all right with polygamy, even if it was legal.
There you go. See, he just said what I said. Black men have options, man. Black men have options. And I've said before, most white girls prefer white men. They do. But I'm telling you, maybe I'm just biased, but I think the gap could be closing. I think it could be closing. Okay, the lines are jam-packed. Let's go ahead and get this party started. Let's go to Big Mike in Chicago. Big Mike in Chicago, you're on Live with Donovan. Can sisters compete with non-black women?
What's going on with Donovan Sharpe?
Good.
Long time. I talked to you many times online too. It's hard. It's very hard for the sisters. It's going to be very hard, and it's hard for them. It's huge for them in this time. Very, very hard because a lot of them are stuck in their ways, and then you got a lot of simps that's still pandering to them.
Yep.
Too many simps. Cat Williams said it's going to be a lot of bitch niggas than real.
Yeah, Big Mike, if you would lower your voice. Yeah, Big Mike, if you would lower your voice a little bit. I think that's why we're getting some static. But if I'm going to turn you up, just try to lower your voice so we don't get as much static. But keep going, please.
Okay. Well, it's going to be hard for the sisters because there a lot of them stuck in their ways. And right. Number one, you got a whole lot of simps that's pending to them. So. Yep. That's exactly right. Cat Williams said it perfectly. You got. Huh?
I said I agree.
Okay. Cat Williams said it's a whole lot of bitch niggas outnumbering the real. Yeah. And I see personally in my own family, it's crazy.
Man, that's a shame, dude. Thanks for checking in, Big Mike. We appreciate that very, very much. Pardon me. 516-387-1987. Let's go to Bad Wrench Entertainment in Minnesota. BW, what's going on, man?
Not much.
All right, so
how's it going?
I'm doing very, very good. So can black women compete with non-black women? Yes or no?
My answer is physically, they could.
Okay.
Emotionally, no, they can't.
Okay.
They just, for whatever reason, they have bit into the lies of feminism so hard that they don't see that fit, feminine, and submissive is the way to attract a man. Right. And the minute they've lost that, they lost their edge.
Yes, yes. And I've said this on this show many, many times before, man. Black women, if they could just, dude, if black women made fitness a priority and femininity a priority, they could corner the market not only on black men, but they could expand, dude, they could expand their options beyond anything they could ever dream, because black women have they have the physical types of bodies that are a lot of men like women with curves. Black women have curves. This is why white guys sometimes like dating black women, because they like curves, they like the large breasts, they like the shapely asses. But unfortunately, 75% of our women are overweight. I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, just to touch on that topic you just said, is I honestly think people will gravitate towards more exotic things. So you would see a shift of white men going after black women, but they've put on that excluding factor that they only want to date black men,
right?
But yet they're still coming with that bad attitude.
That's exactly right. BWE, thanks for checking in, man. Thanks for calling.
Yep. Thanks, Donovan.
Bad Wrench Entertainment, a longtime follower and listener of mine. I will start broadcasting my workouts within the next couple weeks, guys. I certainly will. Age of Machines, $5. Says these women, pardon me, these women are worse than those who never read, quote, the manual. They think they can make up the manual on the fly and expect stuff to work. Great work, DS. Damian Hanma on the Sharpe stream side says white women want oral sex, because you guys are having a discussion in there. Malik D says she'll be on KS's show. Slapduck says my dad got us a gym membership when we were 15 years old, now much older. Working out is a habit. I see these 40-year-old women that just discovered working out, and they call themselves runner girl 123. If it wasn't a learned behavior, it's over for these women. Listen, I could not agree more. And again, we've had plenty of people in the chat, in the comments on both the YouTube side and the Sharpe stream side. Hey, anytime I'm in the gym, you hardly see any black women. The only black women you see in the gym are the spin instructors. You hardly ever see black women actually in there working out to get in shape. It's a crying shame. It really, really is, man. And it's no fault, but it's and all of these changes are under their control, right? Listen, there are some factors that are outside of their control. Their attitudes and their fitness levels are under their direct control, and they still don't want to make these corrections. So this is the price they pay. All right, let's go to Apollo in Pittsburgh. Apollo, what's going on, man? What you got for me? On the topic, man? Can sisters compete? Can sisters compete with non-black women? Yes or no?
I say no, and it's interesting because at my job I had a discussion with one white girl and one black girl, and the fact that you know me, that I only want casual relationships, and the black girl was giving me nothing but attitude about it, like, well, these girls are going to like you, so if you're going to do that, you just hire a prostitute, because that way you could keep it emotionless. And the white girl was like, don't do that. You're being upfront and honest. So, you're letting people know they're grown adults if they make their decision. So it was just right there that the attitude from the black girl is what's going to keep them, from being able to compete in the marketplace.
Unbelievable. Let me ask you this. So they can't compete Now, do you think they will ever be competitive on the dating market when it comes to black men, or is it over for them altogether?
I mean, I don't want to say, I guess, obviously never say never, but unless, you say it, like on Fresh and Fit, they always say, unless they become, fit, feminine, submissive, and they see submissive as like this bad word, it's never going to change. So until the attitude and mindset changes, it's not going to. So until then, maybe hell freeze over before that happens.
It might, man. Apollo, thanks for checking in, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Let's go to Jermaine in Texas. Jermaine in Texas, you're on Live with Donovan. Can sisters compete with non-black women? If yes or no, why?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I sure can.
Yeah, first and foremost, man, I'm so happy that you're all right, bro. I've lost some people to COVID, and when I heard you got it, I really said a prayer for you. But
Thank you, man.
On the topic, no, I honestly believe that black women cannot compete. Physically, maybe if they got their shit together, but just on a base level, they're lacking that baseline of femininity. So, I mean, once a man goes out and experiences real femininity from another woman, it's kind of hard pressed for him to go back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The best way I could put it is say black men are Olympic gold medals. The dating market is the Olympics. Right now, black women are Sha'Carri Richardson. A lot of talk, not much performance.
Wow.
While everyone else is on the grind winning medals and not getting recognized for it, you're paying attention to the one who's doing all the talking, but not performing. That's the best way I can sum it up.
Wow, Sha'Carri. Now, why did you use the Sha'Carri Richardson example? I think that's apropos for sure.
Honestly, when that whole situation popped off, just the way that, black women came to her defense, in the beginning, it was okay, you're defending her, she's black, you're black. But then as this bullshit continued, and you see, hey, she's all talk, she's not working, and then she goes out and loses her very next race, comes out dead last. Like, it's kind of time to put the nail in the coffin.
Wow, very good. Okay, I'm going to tell you what, man, I like that Sha'Carri Richardson analogy. That was definitely apt. Jermaine, thanks for calling in. Thanks for the support, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Jermaine in Texas, coming with the knowledge. Wow. Street Fighter 88 on the YouTube side says, if Michelle Obama can do it, what's their excuse? Right. I mean, again, control your controllables. We say this all the time. Okay, let's go to Berserk in New Orleans. You're on Live at Donovan. Can sisters compete with non-black women on the dating market?
What's up, Donovan? To answer your question, no.
Okay.
I don't think they can. And my reasoning for that is I'm a black guy from New Orleans.
Okay.
And from what I see here, it is absolutely impossible for any black women to not lose.
Wow.
Fatherless homes, you kind of have to beat them into submission, metaphorically speaking. And even with that, there's contempt, there's back talking, there's sass. Yep. And I myself, I've never dated a black woman because, like Kevin said, or I believe it was you said, that it's like the good guys or the people that actually have aspirations are looked at as weaker or beta.
Yep.
And a lot of hood dudes are looked at as alpha, which I don't want to say it's far from the point, but even nice guys, I've never been approached by a black woman, and I've sought after black women, and I've always been the white guy, or you talk like a white guy.
Sure.
But dating non-black women, it's crazy how big of a difference it is that they respect you, they want to do like nice things for you.
Yep.
It's just, and I mean, even the weight thing. I mean, in New Orleans, it's good food, but almost all of the black women are fat. They're all overweight. So, at least for me in my situation where I live, yeah, it's over for them.
Jesus Christ. Berserk in New Orleans, not pulling any punches, man. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for your support.
Thanks, Donovan.
Man, and listen, he's right. New Orleans is and I've never been to New Orleans. Dev and I really, really want to go to New Orleans at some point in time. Obviously, I can't leave my house for another couple of weeks. But yeah, New Orleans is a fantastic, fantastic food city. I can't wait to go down there. But yeah, I can imagine, especially in the southern states where everything is fried. Everything is fried in southern states, man. Mr. Shane Vicious, $2 on the YouTube site says, stick a fork in the scraggle daggle. They're done. Damn. Danny Arnold says the best way to stay in shape is to never fall out of shape. Working out has to be a part of one's total lifestyle. Most of these over 40 broads are just beginning to go to the gym. You are right. You're absolutely right. Listen, Devin never used to work out on a regular basis when we met. But I told her, listen, if you're going to be with me, you're going to work out. Real talk. So I got a personal trainer. Okay, let's go to Ostrike in Maryland. Ostrike in Maryland. Can black women compete with non-black women on the dating market?
Yeah, I'm glad you're doing better, Donovan.
Thank you.
So, first, I'm glad Kevin let us know the brothers can marry outside their race.
Yes!
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, right?
But second, can the sisters compete? They can.
Okay.
They can, but they won't.
Ah, okay.
So do you think losing a few husbands scares them?
No, probably not, man.
Because, these strong, independent women don't need no men.
Right.
They're already passing up marriage. And there's only one thing that will give them pause. Stop putting kids in their bellies.
Yes.
Not until they start dying childless in droves will they set aside their ego and put in the work. But there's always going to be men willing to impregnate them.
Yep. It's the constant perpetuation of
we've got a while to wait.
Mama. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to be waiting a while for things to change, I think.
Let me ask you this, Ostrike. What, and if you can think of something, try to be as specific as you can. What would have to happen for black women? Listen, are black women capable of competing? Of course they can. I guess the question should have been, will they compete? Now, assuming that they can physically do it, what would have to happen for black women to wake up and say, okay, I need to start competing for the men that I want?
They would have to need men to survive, and they don't. They're independent women. Between themselves and the state and the laws, child support, alimony, all that stuff, they don't need men.
No, they don't, man. So they would have to need men to survive.
And, it's the black family unit is the tip of the spear. They're, leading the way, but everyone else in the West is following suit in their footsteps.
Yeah.
We're right behind you.
Yeah. Yep. Ostrike in Maryland, thanks for checking in, man.
Yep.
Man, Ostrike was, listen. He's right. They would have to need us for survival. They don't. Black women are married to the government. In this conversation that he has with this young lady, he talks about the fact that when in the 1960s, I think the unemployment rate among black men was at the highest that it had ever been. So what the government did is they said, all right, we'll do the welfare system. Well, when black men started getting jobs, when men started getting jobs, the one race of women where the marriage didn't go up were black women. And the reason for that is that they were choosing to forego marriage so that they can be taken care of by the government. That's literally what happened. Black women said with their actions, I would rather be taken care of by the government than to get married. That's exactly what they said with their actions. And the problem has gotten worse and worse and worse. Yeah, Street Fighter 88 says Big Daddy Goldman Sachs has them covered. You know it. Majestic 42, $5 says the average black woman is 5'4", 187 pounds. So the average black woman is obese. That's a goddamn shame. I hope that's not true, man. I hope that's not true. Okay, let's go to Jay in Germany. Jay in Germany, you're on Live at Donovan. Can black women compete with non-black women on the dating market?
Hello, Mr. Don for Sharpe. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Sure can.
I How you doing today?
Doing good.
I would have to say that they cannot compete. Only because I've been around the world, and right now, like I said, I'm living in Germany for the last 12 years, and I grew up in Virginia, and like I said, I was on the track team. A lot of girls, man, were physically fit, but it was something different when you wanted to have a relationship or, you know, lock up something. Man, you notice, man, it seemed to be like all the guys said, it's physical, yeah, but the attitude, man, is a problem, you know, when you want to have somebody for a serious relationship. And like I said, I traveled the world, and now I'm over here, and I done locked down a Sicilian, man. They just, what they do normally, black girls will be complaining about.
Wow. That's incredible, man. What's the difference between the women?
Yeah, exactly. So over here, if you stay in your little area, if I stayed in Virginia, yeah, maybe they had a chance. But once you travel, not a chance.
Wow. Wow. And, you know, listen, a lot of brothers, you're from Virginia, right? I'm sure the women in Germany are like night and day.
Oh, bro, they bad, though. You got them light-skinned red bones, and you got the dark chocolate. What? You know, and so I had both. And I was like, man, both body shape nice, everything, but both had the same attitude.
Oh, see, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
God damn. Jay,
but I'm out, man. I appreciate your call. Thank you picking up my phone call, man. I'm happy that you're feeling better.
Appreciate it, man. Jay in Germany checking in. Yeah, man. Listen, dude. When you travel, when you get around, you get to find out what other kinds of women are like. Right? I was never in the military, but dude, I traveled around the world, man. Me and my brother, when he got leave, dude, we've been everywhere. And plus, I was raised on a military basis, so I was exposed to, you know, a lot more different kinds of women. Okay, let us go back to the phone line. Let's go to Big Brandon. Big Brandon is in the house. What's going on, brother?
My man, Donovan.
Yes,
How you been, brother?
Man, doing good. How about yourself, man?
One, I'm great. You know why I'm great?
Why are you great?
I hear it in your voice, and I hear your voice, and I see that you're great.
Oh my God, yeah, man. I feel a lot better, dude. It was a rough couple of weeks or so, but I think I'm all right now. I think I'm good.
Yeah, that was not a fun time for us. We had no information, no knowledge, but we're most happy that you and Miss Devin are doing good. Back to the road to recovery. You'll be back to pumping iron.
Yes.
Y'all will be back to getting A100. You know, I love it.
Man,
I'm happy about that.
I missed the gym for sure, man.
Yeah, I'm headed to the gym right now.
Yes, sir.
So, you asked a question, could black women compete to white women?
Yes.
With white women? Yes. Okay, then I'll ask you this question.
Okay.
Can John Gruden compete as a head coach now?
I'm going to go with no there. I'm going to go with no.
I mean, maybe he'll go to the XFL of the Canadian League, but in America, I doubt that highly.
Dude. Let me ask you something, Brandon, because you've worked as a bouncer for strip clubs. Is there a difference between black women strippers and white women strippers in terms of their attitude, or do they all, because femininity, that actually it's profitable?
No, you're correct, because black women in an urban, as they call it, which means black strip club, they usually assimilate to the environment. Okay. They usually become aggressive, mean, and kind of rude, because the men kind of either they're used to that, so they put it in their head that they like that. Now, the best you can do is when you get the holy grail, when you get the black girl that works in a white strip club.
Ooh,
because
yes, sir.
she's fit, because she has to keep up with the competition. She's demure, she's sweet, and 9 times out of 10 maybe has one small tattoo around her ankle, not a chest piece.
God damn, dude.
Right? So she knows how to talk. She knows how to carry herself. You couldn't tell if she was an exotic dancer the moment she walks out the club or when she walks in the club. You actually don't notice, right? Yeah. You can take her to meet your mom, and your mom be like, that's a sweet girl. Now, you take one of them to quote, let's just quote MTR, you take one of those hood boogers from an urban club out.
Right,
you pretty much, your mom knows, okay, where did you find her? How many baby daddies does she have?
Yes.
And did she do 3 years, or did she rat on a person and only do 6 months?
Damn. Wow. Wow.
You can tell.
Well, let me ask you this, Brandon. Let me ask you this.
You truly can tell.
What do you think?
Go ahead.
What do you think would have to happen for black women to wake up and have the desire to compete on the dating market for black men? Or is there anything that could happen?
Easy. Start having either music videos or movies by directors that they respect come out with movies showing different forms of women, putting them to the forefront without attitude and not getting played or hurt by the guy. And then they'll be like, oh, all men aren't like this.
That's
when
right.
you promote the Tyler Perry myth of the guy mistreating the good woman, right?
Yeah.
And then the movies like The Color Purple, you get the Mr. complex.
Yep.
They all put that in their head, and they all believe that that's the standard quote, and it's not.
God damn, man.
Also, you also have to get rid of the narrative of whenever you hear a black man speaking eloquently with good diction and grammar, he is not talking white. If you assimilate white with intelligence, you've already lost.
Ooh.
You should assimilate talking with intelligence as being intelligent.
Wow, that is so I've actually never heard it put like that. So when a black man has a strong command of the English language and other black people say you talk like you're white, they've already lost because they're associating. So, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Damn.
You're immediately putting yourself behind the eight ball because what you're telling yourself out loud is, oh, so white people talk intelligent and we supposed to talk dumb?
There you go.
I don't understand where you got this from.
That's the one thing that is the one thing that my parents did with me that was right, is they were very, very strict about the way I talked. That was the one thing that they made sure that I got consistently right. And now here I am. I'll give you the last word, Brandon.
And well, like my dad and mom told us how we talk, even me and my brothers, we talk like how you would speak. We just don't say speedometer, we say speedometer, but we still speak how you speak.
I call it the speedometer and the odometer. I don't know why I do, man.
Devin's
going to get a kick out of that.
Dad and grandparents sat us down and said, look, when you walk out the house, they immediately see you as a nigga. Don't open your mouth to confirm it.
That's right. Oh, my God. Wow. Wow. They see you as a nigga. Do not open your mouth to confirm it. Holy shit, man. Well, thanks for calling in, Brandon. I appreciate it.
That's it. Did you need the last word? Because I can give you the last word.
Oh, you got it, bro. You got it.
Simply, the last word is always the same thing as written on them when you first walk into Club TSR.
Yes, sir.
Located at the top of TSR Towers. The thing I need you to do, I need you to like. I need you to comment. I need you to subscribe to not one, but both of Donovan Sharpe's channel. And please download the Donovan Sharpe app. It's located on both Android and iOS.
Dude. Okay, so you do that better than I do. You actually do that better than I do, man. Big Brandon checking in, man. I appreciate you, man. We'll talk soon.
Anytime, bro.
All right, man. Big Brandon, the head of TSR Security. Man, he does do that better than I do, doesn't he? All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's go to Callie West in Miami. Callie West in Miami. Can black women compete with non-black women on the dating market for black men?
Truthful answer is no.
Okay.
And the main reason why, and I had to say too, welcome back, Donovan, man.
Thank you.
We're rooting for you. I'm glad that you're back and healthy and strong.
I appreciate that, man.
You're like the Superman of the manosphere, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully I will be now moving forward, right?
All right, hey, you know what? Ain't nothing to it, man. You got this, brother. But yeah, for this conversation today, can sisters compete with non-black women? The answer is no. The main reason why is because of the lack of having a father figure in the home.
Wow. So you think the lack of a father figure makes it almost impossible? Because now, so 80% of black people in this country are born out of wedlock. I don't know what the statistics are for other races, but I can't imagine I mean, they're probably better, but I think the percentages are just so much higher. So do you believe that if the black man were respected and accepted back into the black family, that black women would be able to compete, or would the quote unquote black matriarchy still push back?
Well, see, that's what's kind of important too,
right?
Because I guess for them to even have a father. Yeah, you're right. Because to even have a father figure, her mother would have to have submitted to a man in the first place. So that is probably where black women probably won't recover, because you can never be something if you never was taught to be something.
Right.
And I think that's kind of what put black women in a bad position. Unfortunately, us men, we still kind of want to be with somebody, so we'll go out the way to go in and talk to somebody else out of our race as well.
Of course.
The good thing about black men is, women all kind of want the same thing, which is provisioning and protection. Right. And we could just give that to somebody else who's willing to act the part, being submissive, woman-like, and such.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Thanks for checking in, Callie.
Anytime, man. Good talking to you, Donovan.
Callie West checking in. The AV Network guy, $5 says, let's go, Brandon. Also, hang on a second. Wintrell says thermometer. No, I actually think I call it a thermometer. I don't know why I call it a speedometer. I really don't. I call it the speedometer and the odometer. I don't know. So much for having commanded the English language, right? Street Fighter 88 says Donovan Kent. Mild-mannered Donovan Kent. Vice City Donovan. Let's go to Morgan in New York. Morgan in New York. Can sisters compete with non-black women on the dating market for black men?
Hey, what's going on, Donovan? I'm trying to stop laughing because every time you say speedometer, it kills me. But no, black women can't compete, and the reason they can't compete is because they're in the wrong fight. Black women need to lose before they can win.
Okay.
Like, a loss allows you to reflect. The way they compete is they fight for dominance, and that's not the fight to even be in.
Wow. So what fight should they be in?
Well, they're going to lose first. And the statement I had was that the dating market is global now. There's no way they can compete on a global market.
Right. Oh my God, no way they compete on.
When you look at women internationally, like even the influencers on YouTube, you got a lot of YouTube channels where you have like Thai and Filipino women literally begging foreign and especially American men to come and marry them, and not for money. They want husbands.
Oh,
and they are fit. They're feminine. They're traditional. You can find very young women that'll treat you well, that will genuinely love you, and there are millions of them.
Wow.
South America, the Philippines, Thailand.
Get your passport.
And women have known this. Women have known this for a long time, because women go to the Caribbean, they go to Africa, they go to Jamaica for hedonism. So now it's time for men to do the same thing.
Let me ask you this, because, and I've never really thought of it this way, but it would appear this is why we know black men have more inherent value than black women. When we go overseas, dude, foreign women love us. They absolutely love us. Again, you got to be masculine. You have to walk and act like a man. But the average black American woman, when she goes overseas, guys don't like that. Foreign women love black men. Foreign men do not like black women. They absolutely can't stand them. Do you agree or disagree?
I absolutely agree. Okay. And that's why black women only go to other Caribbean or black countries when they go on vacation. Because they can only find men that really want them there, that really want them to like treat them like a queen. If they go to Europe or they go to Spain or they go to any of these other countries, they get treated like a peace league.
Right. Yeah.
And they know it.
Yep.
They know that that's why they shame us men for traveling overseas and dating because they know that they can't compete, so they have to shame us. Like Kevin Samuels says, sign language.
That's right. Yep. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. I'll give you the last word, Morgan.
I'll say this. There are a lot of influencers, both male and female, encouraging all American and Western men to travel overseas. It's not expensive to get on a flight, and it's even cheaper when you get into these countries. Travel and go where you're best treated.
Very good. Morgan in New York, dropping the mic, man. Appreciate you calling in. Travel, gentlemen. Travel. Danny Arnold on the YouTube site says, holy cow, Big Brandon said it with platinum. Speaking intelligently is called talking white. I've seen the truth of this for a long time. I've seen black men called dictionary boy for speaking well. Dude, I got called all the names. And I was never called names. I was never, ever called names for the way, or made fun of for the way I spoke until I moved to North Carolina at 16 years old. That was when we became, actually, no, I'm sorry. I tell a lie. The very first, that didn't start till I moved to Oklahoma. Because my dad was still in the military, but we didn't go to a military school, right? Like when we were in Hawaii, everywhere my dad was stationed, we would always go to schools that were on or near the military base. All of the kids you went to school with were all military kids, right? So I never, ever got made, it was never even a thing. But when I got to Oklahoma and became sort of a halfway civilian, that's when it started. Then I got to North Carolina, that's when it, dude, holy moly. Holy moly. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, let's go to Carlos in Chicago. Carlos in Chicago, can black women compete with non-black women on the dating market for black men?
Do you hear me, Donovan?
I sure can.
Yeah, I think they can. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful black women out there, and there's a lot of black women that are just willing to learn and willing to get out of their bad situation. I mean, the problem is it's like too late. They've already had a child out of wedlock. Yep. They're in bad situations, and it's really messed up because right at the end, and once they hit their 30s and the outcome is all bad, then they realize, oh my God, I need a man. I need to start changing my ways, and It's already too late. But I think there's men out there that are willing to pick it up. But I mean, it's a burden. But if a man really wants a black woman and like really thinks he can work with her, it's possible. But I mean, what man who's established himself, made all the right choices in life is going to say, hey, let me just pick her up and coach her and groom her a certain way when I want to. But I think there's also a lot of black women, because I'm from Chicago. There's a lot of black women out there that really do want some like leadership and provision, and they really do want that. So if you take them out of the environment, I mean, it's a long shot, but I'm saying, like, if you take her out of the environment, make her stop talking to her friends, make her stop talking to her mother, and she's like pretty much engulfed in toxic situations. So she's got to have the initiative to want to get out of it. She's got to be like, you know what, I can't keep messing up. I can't keep making these bad decisions with men. And a man has got to be willing to say, hey, she's worth it. I could take her, I could coach her, I could get her to my liking, groom her this way, groom her that. Right. So it's on both sides, but I'm not saying a man should just go out there and start picking up the leftovers and coach her and groom her how he wants to. So I mean, it's a tough situation. I think they can compete though. Okay. But it's going to be tough though, for sure.
Wow. Carlos in Chicago, man. Thanks for checking in, man.
Yeah, no problem, Donovan. Take care.
Yeah, he raised some good points there. He raised some good points. Geeky Anomaly says, Donovan, have you received more derogatory comments about your intelligence from white men or black men? It's from black men. It's not even close. And the way black men do it now, they don't call me. They don't say, Donovan, well, Hell, people in the comments on Nigatube, Donovan is a sellout and this and that and the third. But yeah, I catch more heat from black men. I'll actually show you. I haven't even read the comments on this, but and yeah, Jordan, Alvin in Australia. Hang on a second. I got all you guys in the queue. Alvin in Australia, Jordan in LA, Beastly Nerd in Houston, Mark in Florida, Mike in Germany. You guys are all in the queue. And Obsidian and O'Shea are very good friends of Kevin. Very good friends of Kevin Samuel, so no disrespect to either of those guys, but I fell out of favor. With these guys, largely because of. Here we go. So here's somebody. Here's somebody that. Yep, to stick to the argument. Let's see. So Obsidian did a video called "I Should Stick to Dating Becky's and Shut Up About Black Issues," and my answer was no. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want, right? I can talk about whatever the hell I want. And Obsidian's a smart guy. He really, really is. But yeah, see, here we are. Black Turk Dog. Sounds like Donovan was critiquing her as a female dating coach and not as a black woman. Donovan critiqued Tommy Lauren 2 weeks ago. See? There's somebody who understands, all right, this dude is not just talking about black women. Wow. Donovan showing Danica was a break. Wow. This was, whoa. So Don Smith says Donovan was right about the infighting in the black manosphere. The infighting reminds me of beefs in the rap industry where you just couldn't enjoy the different artists without supposedly hating one artist and like another. I like Obsidian's channel. However, I think this is a mistake, him defending this chick. These chicks like her will have turned on you guys already. Most of you guys, including Donovan, have had channels taken down by these chicks. None of these chicks of any race are above reproach, especially if a man has dated these types of chicks. I think Obsidian doing this is bad for his brand. It's proving Angry Man right about letting these women into the space. Right. That's the sad part. That's the sad part about this, man. This is the sad part about black YouTube. And I'm not saying that this is indicative of all of black YouTube, but it's clearly an issue. I did a critique on a black, I guess, dating coach or whatever. Her name is Danica Marie Discussions. She just ran her mouth and talked a whole lot of nothing. Just a bunch of motivational poster speak. And Obsidian, who is a fellow man and a black man, came out and did a response video. I haven't even watched. I don't watch that nonsense. But yeah, he told me I need to shut up about Danica. Like the guy defended Danica Marie. Or Danica dope discussions, right? He did this publicly. Now, if he really wanted to defend her, he's got my number. He can give me a call and be like, hey man, I think you were wrong about blah 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 blah. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know why he did it publicly. But he could have picked up the phone. He could have picked up the phone and gave me a call. He didn't do that. He decided to do that. Let's see. Yeah, O'Shea said, quote, Donovan speaks negatively about the black community. He says, I believe this statement is inaccurate. Donovan just tells hard truth, and he will tell you what you don't want to hear. We need more Donovan-type personalities in the black community if we want to change life for the better. So, see, again, Donovan is right. Men shouldn't be getting dating advice from a chick showing her cleavage and a crown tattoo despite the color of her skin. Right. Exactly. Keep that same energy for Irene Yvette. Right? You know what I mean? It's one of those, see, here we are. I'm not going to lie, O'Shea. I could never connect with Donovan. He's just a super square. There you go. That's it. He's just a super square. This dude knows nothing about me. He knows nothing about me at all. Knows nothing about me except for the way I talk. And he calls me a super square. Yes, the dude is square and his voice is annoying. See, there we are. Got some real feminine energy here. Okay, that guy's on my side. Just an assessment. Are you even? See, here we go. Yeah, I think he's a crack. Commenting Donovan's a square. Okay, whatever. We can all take. So Van Gogh says, the real Mitch Connor says, OMG, his voice is annoying. I just said that on his video of him critiquing Danica and stopping the video every 5 seconds after she said something was very annoying. Then don't watch. Oh, here we go. It's a lot of lames with nowhere to go, so they fake red pill by default. See, it's calling me a lame. A lot of lame losers call guys Pookies and Ray Rays when they call a lame a lame. Just because you're a fan of the guy doesn't mean he's not cheesy as hell. He's been outed as a cheese ball. You guys are really something else. A cheese ball? Outed as a cheese ball? Like the only reason why this dude calls me a cheese ball is because of the way I talk. This nigga doesn't know shit about me. He knows nothing about me. He doesn't know what my girl looks like. He has no idea what I make. He has no idea what kind of influence I have. This is why, dude, the black YouTube doesn't accept me because of the way I talk, because I critique black women, and because my girlfriend is white. Now they'll say it's other stuff, but that's just how it is. And listen, no disrespect to O'Shea, he's the ringleader. He's the ringleader. I guess O'Shea wants to call himself the leader of the Black Manosphere or whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, but O'Shea has effectively, he's done a very good job in convincing black YouTube that I don't matter and that my voice doesn't matter because my girlfriend is white and I'm critical of black women. That's it. Let's see what else is there. I'll read a couple more of these, then I'll get back to the so Isaac Arthur says he makes the same reactions to white dating coaches all the time. It has nothing to do with her race and everything to do with her bad advice and not being qualified to tell them anything. Y'all really reaching on this, in my opinion. O'Shea said, just like he made a video telling her to stay out of manosphere spaces, we are qualified telling him to stay out of the black spaces. If he has a right to tell her not to be there, pro-blacks have that same right. See? He tells me to stay out of black spaces. Like, why am I not qualified to speak on black issues? What, because I have a white girlfriend? Right? That's what it is. And this is after trying to work with niggas who don't like black people, and we tried that out. Swirlers need to be out of all conversations, both men and women out. So now O'Shea is telling people that I don't like black people. And we tried that. That's ridiculous. Who the hell said I don't? You see what I mean? Do you see the narrative? I don't like what, like, the only reason why he says I don't like black people is because of the way I talk and that I have a white girlfriend. That's it. That's it, man. That's it. That's it. I mean, it's just, you know, I just, you know, I mean, because I have a white girlfriend, you know, Crimson Pill says, to be fair, Donovan has probably dated black females. He just doesn't date one right now. But I both feel both people, you know, have a point, freedom of speech, blah, 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 blah. Yep. Here we are. I've listened to DS occasionally, but he always comes off as a bit of a buck dancer to me. I've heard him talk enough about his upbringing and early dating history to see where his experience molded his beliefs, but yeah, nah. See? He doesn't know. He doesn't know anything about me. Doesn't know anything about me. See? Jerry Smith says, so once again, Donovan Sharpe basically has been labeled a coon in this video. I wonder what his response is going to be. I really don't know why he made a video about that girl as well, but I do wonder why O'Shea is playing in the referee between these two guys. I believe that Donovan should make a response video for why he made that. Dude, I'm not doing all of that. I don't get involved in that stuff, man. He says, because I can, that's why. Okay. I mean, you can call, see? Why do you call me a coon in the video? Yeah, because I can. Right? Like, I can, O'Shea calls me a coon because he can. And listen, his right to call me a coon is guaranteed under the First Amendment. So, I mean, listen, he can call me whatever he wants. He can call me whatever he wants, man. So yeah, man, I mean, it's, you know, it's just one of those things, man. Hang on a second. Yeah, like what O'Shea does is he he paints me constantly, and it's funny, he's made videos about me before, and he always says, yeah, Donovan makes good content, but the only reason he seems to do that is to give himself permission to talk shit about me. Even when he talked about my me having COVID, right? Even when he talked about me having COVID, you guys can watch the video. He indirectly basically said, well, Donovan Sharpe lifts weights and in good shape, so he must have thought he was invincible. That he didn't say that literally, but that's what he implied. So even when I'm sick with Even when I'm sick with the beer bug, he still manages to take shots at me. Then a few months back, he said Donovan Sharpe is in a beef with Steve the Dean Williams. I haven't talked to Steve the Dean in nearly a year, right? So, you know, and the reason why O'Shea kicked me out of the black, he didn't kick me out of the black, I don't even give a shit. But O'Shea says he wants everyone to think that I sold out the black community to try to go and work with 21. That is as far from the truth as I can even, like, that is insane. That is insane. That is not even close to what happened. O'Shea was dishonest about that. He was absolutely dishonest about that. I actually did a video. I had to do a response video to him a couple of summers ago because he was just straight up lying. So what O'Shea did, he literally said, Donovan Sharpe tried to do a Black 21 convention behind my back. That's not what happened. Anthony Johnson shot me a text message. I think it was right around early December, and said, "Hey, we should do a Black 21 convention." I immediately told O'Shea, "Hey, Anthony Johnson wants to do a Black 21 convention. You know, what are we going to do about it?" So O'Shea calls me up. I think he called me later on in the day, and you know, we got on the phone and we're talking about this. And at the end, O'Shea was like, "You know that if you do help out with this Black 21 convention, you and me aren't cool, right?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? Like I told you about this wannabe Black 21 convention. I wasn't trying to plan anything with anybody. I actually tried to plan it with him. This was unplanned, guys, but while I'm on this soapbox, I'm going to go ahead and play this for you. Guys, stay on the line, because I know a bunch of y'all are going to go back and say this and that, but I'm going to play this video. This was the response video that I did to O'Shea when he came out with these lies and the receipts. So congratulations, I gave him just a whole bunch of other fucking content. This is unbelievable. I got to do this, but hey, it is what it is. So let me bring this up here.
All night last night.
All right, here we go. So let me see here. This is just the way of it, man. So buckle up. This is what happened, guys.
Listen, to be honest with you guys, I knew this day would come. O'Shea, he seems to beef with everybody eventually. I don't have to go down the list of names, but he's just beefing with Alan Roger Curry. It's angry, man. It's upset. It's always something. It's always somebody. And so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm surprised or shocked by this. It did come a little earlier than I expected. I didn't expect him to go and roast me for 2 hours after I shouted him out and complimented him on my show. But like I said, I knew eventually this day would come. I've never said anything bad about O'Shea. I've never done anything to him. But all he needed was for me to say his name, and he was all over me. Basically, so, and listen, man, I'm not one to get into these beefs and response videos and all this other kind of stuff because I'm just not that good at it. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not good at roasting, going back and forth with people. I tried it once with Turd Flinging Monkey. That was an embarrassment because I'm just not good at it. I'm good at content creation. So I'm not on here. I'm not doing this to roast O'Shea. I'm not going to talk a bunch of junk about him. I'm not going to egg him on. The reason I'm doing this is because I heard a few things on his video that are simply untrue. I'm going to state my side of the case. Hopefully I'll be able to clear the record. Nothing I'm going to talk about. Well, most of the things I'm going to talk about, they're not going to be hearsay. I'm actually going to show you guys evidence that some of the stuff that he said was untrue. And listen, man, I don't have anything against O'Shea. Listen, maybe he remembered things differently. Maybe he was confused. Maybe something got lost in translation. I don't know, but none of that matters. The point is that what he said was incorrect. A lot of what he said was incorrect and factually inaccurate. He was just flat out dishonest with you. Does that make him a bad guy? I don't know. I don't care. But so anyway, let's just go ahead and get to it. So number one, O'Shea didn't fire me from the Negro Manosphere. He didn't fire me from the Brother Pill. He just changed my password, right? Like he never told me, hey, Donovan, by the way, you're fired. We never had a formal conversation. He just stopped requesting articles. That's what it was. That's really the equivalent of a boss just kind of disabling an employee's key card, right? Taking away their parking spot, changing their computer passwords, and kind of hope that they get the message. Yeah, listen, I mean, as an employee, I guess if I can't get into the building, I guess I'm fired. O'Shea never told me I was fired. But listen, if that's what he thinks, if that's what you guys want to think, that's fine. I don't care. I just wanted to set the record straight on that. And listen, if that's the way he wants to characterize it, that's fine. I don't care. That's not important to me. But O'Shea never told me I'm fired. Number 2, and I didn't watch the whole video, right? So listen, there was some stuff on there that I may have missed. I'm just going based on what I've heard and what I've seen. I probably watched about 7 minutes of the video, so I'm not going to go through this line by line and all that nonsense. Number 2, O'Shea said that Roosh never paid me when I wrote for Return of Kings. Guys, that's 100% false. So if you guys look at your screen, and again, I'm doing this just to clear my name here, guys. There you go. There it is. Roosh V via PayPal. I took screen grabs of all of my, and these are from way back in 2013, 14, and 15. There you go. Of course, I have to cover up my real name so I don't dox myself. But yes, and listen, I mean, I could have gone up and, there's a Christmas bonus he sent us one year. I'm not going to go and screen grab every single payment he made. But yes, Roosh, 100%. There's Return of Kings October distribution. There's December payment, etc., etc. Roosh 100% paid me to write for Return of Kings. That's all there is to it. I don't know why O'Shea would tell you that he didn't, but those are the receipts. Listen, O'Shea and I, when O'Shea and I talked for the very first time, he asked me flat out, "Hey, what does Roosh pay you to write for Return of Kings?" I told him what he pays me, and O'Shea said, "All right, let's come to an agreement on XYZ." So again, when he said Roosh never paid you, guys, this is a flat out lie. Okay, O'Shea lied. He was dishonest about that. There's the receipts. There's the conversation. All right. Number 3. This was a pretty big one for me. I never tried to undercut O'Shea or to put on a Black 21 convention or put an event, pull off an event behind his back. This is what happened. Late last year, Anthony Johnson of 21 Studios, he floated the idea of possibly doing a Black 21 convention. And when he did, hang on a second, I'm going to pull this up too. Now, when he did, my immediate instinct was to tell O'Shea, right? I wanted to tell O'Shea, hey, listen, man, somebody's trying to get out ahead. And I'm cool with Anthony. I have nothing, I'm cool with Anthony Johnson, 21 convention, ride or die, whatever. But I was cool with O'Shea too. So here's what happened. And I hate to do this screen grab stuff, but again, when people just tell outright, untruths, lies about you, like this is what has to be done. So let me pull this up. So here was O'Shea's response. And for those of you listening on the replay, I'm just going to read it out loud. So, as soon as, here we are, December 8th, 2018. All right, perfect. All right, well, there's the date. This is via Facebook Messenger. I said, quote, Anthony Johnson wants to do a Black 21 convention. He's shooting for 2020. O'Shea's response was, tell Anthony Johnson to stay in his place. Then he continues, if he tries for a Black 21 convention, I can assure you it will be problems. Then he said, quote, that's why I don't fuck with these white boys always trying to cut into an N-words market. Right. So after that, we were on the phone for like maybe an hour and a half. And I'm not going to tell you guys what was said on the phone call because I don't have any way to prove what was said. I'm not going to base this on hearsay. We got loud with one another, but in the end, we agreed, hey, you know what? Let's try to pull off this Black 21 convention. Now, in the back of my mind, I didn't think O'Shea was really going to do it. I don't know why I didn't think he was going to do it, but he had never done or said anything to lead me to believe that he was genuinely interested in doing a Black 21 convention. But I said, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Let me just try and get this out. Now during the phone call, and I hate to tell you about what happened on the phone call because there's no way for me to prove it, but listen, you can choose to believe it or not. I told O'Shea, man, I said, look, Anthony Johnson is putting on a 21 convention in Poland. I said, O'Shea, that's in your backyard. dude, I'll talk with him. I'll get you into the 21 convention in Poland. You guys, he can show you the ropes. He can tell you, and because Anthony's done this for now 12, 13 years. If anybody can show O'Shea the ropes on how to put on an event like this, it would be Anthony. I said, look, dude, he's going to be right in your backyard. Dude, he'll let you, dude, he'll be more than happy to let you tag along. Anthony's never had any problem with anybody in that regard. But O'Shea expressed to me that he was not interested in working with Anthony. And I'll just leave it at that. Again, I'm not going to say what was said or what wasn't said because, again, this is hearsay. You're just going to have to take my word for it. But that wasn't enough. Okay, fine. I said, all right, we want to do this on our own. But the point is, guys, there was no utter undercutting. There was no backstabbing. There was no planning behind his back. Okay. As soon as Anthony floated the idea of the Black 21 convention to me, I immediately told O'Shea because I figured O'Shea would be the guy to do it first. So here's how the conversation went. And I was excited, right? So I said, okay, check it out. We could bring in Kevin Samuels to talk about style, Brandon Tatum and Anthony Bryan Logan to talk politics, Alan Roger Curry to talk about game, Lucario and Dynas to talk about social issues, right? Like, this is, as you guys can see, I wanted to do this together. Okay. O'Shea said that I was basically going to do this all on my own and bring him on as a consultant. That's not what this was. I wanted to do this with him. So, and I continued. This is basically a one-sided conversation. And by the way, this was a three-way conversation between myself, O'Shea, and LAR movement. So I said another one we could do is you might be a Pookie Arere and don't know it. I was coming up with ideas. I said we could also bring in Steve the Dean to talk about family and marriage, and you guys can see the enthusiasm. I said, dude, we got all kinds of talent. Then LAR movement says, listen, I think it has more to do with us doing things for ourselves. It may be a nice gesture, but we have to do it. Then I said, okay, we're going to do it ourselves. And then I continued with the ideas. I said, dude, we've got dudes from the Sunday Rumble who would do it and all kinds of other people. We've got the guys for sure. I even continued. I said, listen, we can make this a weekend event and bring in like 15 or 20 speakers. I wanted to do this. And so LAR says, what I mean is we preach of funding our own agendas. That would be a contradiction. I said, I don't understand. I forget exactly what we were talking about there. But LAR said it has to do with self-agency. Part of the message is doing for self. Whether we succeed or fail, it has to be about us working together and working within the group and for the group. Okay, perfect. Right? I said, that makes sense. So who will our speakers be then? LAR said that's to be determined when we set up our own convention. I said we should start recruiting guys now then. If we want this thing to happen next year, we got to get guys on board. LAR said, I think we need a plan before anything else happens. I said 100% agree. Guys, you guys can see that I'm being cooperative here, right? I wasn't going behind anybody's back. I wasn't planning. This was all within the chat. LAR said, I think we need a plan before anything happens. I said 100% agreement, but that plan needs to be discussing who we'd like to speak at the event. LAR says, true. I'm thinking on the fly right now because I just woke up. He says, give me a few days. I'll come up with a plan. I said, all right, cool. I got you. I said, in the meantime, I'll start looking at venues. And this is exactly what I did, guys. I started listen, I was excited, man. I said, we'll plan the city, the days, the times. And I said, listen, booking a venue, it's a headache. But if we have a plan, it'll be easier. Then I said, you guys can see on the screen, my brother has a few connections in Atlanta, so I will talk to him later today. Guys, I was 100% on board. Had a brother in Atlanta who had some connections. I was going to try to reach out to him to get this thing started. LAR was cool. He said, okay, O'Shea, what do you think? Talk to you later. Didn't hear from O'Shea. I continued to brainstorm. Guys, I said, yo, and Minister Jap, he'd be a great speaker. I don't know how much, I think it was like maybe the next day. I actually called my brother and I had a talk with him, and I found out that he doesn't have the connections in Atlanta that I thought he did. So I sent a message to the group. I said, yo, just got off the phone with my brother. He doesn't have the hookup at the Atlanta Convention Center anymore, but he's going to check around to see if he can pull some strings at a hotel, see if we can get a ballroom or a conference room. It's probably better this way anyway. Because we could stay at the hotel we're having the convention at, meaning we save money on transportation, Uber, etc., and everything starts and stops on time. If you think another city would be better, let me know. But I'm thinking Atlanta because it's the de facto Black Mecca, and my brother has connections out there. Guys, you can clearly see that there is nothing seedy or shady going on. I'm not saying, all right, O'Shea, I'm going to put this thing on and I just want you to be... No, I'm asking for the ideas. I'm trying to plan this thing. Then, of course, I went on to say that my brother's not a red pill guy. He supports Black so I can trust him, blah, 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 blah. Then right here, if you guys look at the bottom of the screen, I said, real talk, man. I said, quote, I'm willing to put up some of my own money. I'm willing to put some of my own money up to help this thing happen, man. And I was 100% on board. I said, I think it's important for us to be seen doing this on our own, right? And then LAR came in and said, that would definitely be promising. Let's just hash it out as a group. I said, yeah. Then I said, I can't put up any more than $3,000, but every little bit counts. Guys, I was willing to put up $3,000 of my own money to make this happen. And I made everyone aware of this. There was no back shady deals. There was nothing like that. Like, this was all on the up and up. So now O'Shea wants to chime in. He says, well, we got the people to get the money, and that's not the issue at all. I said, okay, solid. I said, we need to reach out to Brandon Tatum, Anthony Brian Logan, and Minister Japp. Those guys would be game changers. O'Shea said the presenters also, that's easy. I was like, cool, man. Then O'Shea said, yeah, we got it under control. They know we got it. Stand by LAR movement. So now I'm starting to think, okay, is he trying to cut me out of this thing? So I told him straight up, I get the impression that you don't want my help with any of this. Guys, this is important because a lot of guys will just start making assumptions. I'm not that kind of person. If I have a problem or if I think something is amiss, I'm just going to ask you, hey, I get the impression that you don't want my help because that was the impression I'm getting. Guess what? That was my bad. Right? O'Shea said, no, man, just send an LAR movement some money for, I guess, his contributions on the brother pill. I said, if that were the case, I'd like to at least participate in the event, right? And O'Shea said, that's why I said stand by. He did a Patreon video for me, right? I said, I didn't even see that. Okay. And I'm continuing to be excited. I'm like, listen, I've got ideas, man. Right? Then O'Shea says, no, of course, bro, we gonna do this. I said, good. Guys, I even volunteered my own money for this, right? Let me pull this down, okay? Nothing about that interaction says that I was trying to go behind anybody's back or undercut somebody or use O'Shea as just a consultant while I run the show. No, I wanted to do this with O'Shea. Right? I even wrote an article on the Negro Manosphere entitled What the Black Manosphere Could Learn from the White Manosphere, and I encouraged O'Shea to do a Black 21 convention. I'll even show you that. Hold on a second. Was that it? Nope, that's not it. Hang on. Give me a second here. There it is. So the very last paragraph, I says, we also happen to have a guy who has an eye for talent, who knows how to generate an audience, as well as the knowledge and know-how to generate the resources to pull something like this off. Let's hope he puts something in the works to make it happen. So that was a call to action for O'Shea to say, hey, you know what? They put on the 21 convention in the quote-unquote white manosphere. Let's flex, let's flex some black muscle and do this thing on our own. Now, personally, this is just my opinion. You guys can agree or disagree. I don't think O'Shea ever wanted to do a Black 21 convention, nor do I think he's interested. I don't think he ever intended on doing it. O'Shea talks a lot about it. Every time the 21 convention comes around, O'Shea starts talking about the 21 convention Black edition, but he's never done anything to actually plan it. At least not that I've seen. I don't know. Maybe, listen, man, I could be wrong. He may actually want to do it, but I doubt it. And listen, if he proves me wrong, great. I'll be the first to come on air and be like, yo, O'Shea, my bad. I was wrong. I didn't think you wanted to do it. But I was wrong. But no, I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think O'Shea has any intention on putting on a Black 21 convention. That's just my opinion. You can agree or disagree. So O'Shea, I'm talking to you here now. Okay, it's your move. If you're gonna do the Black 21 convention, then do it. Quit talking about it. So I guess we'll see what happens. Number 4, we're gonna get into the reasons why I left the Black Manosphere and Black YouTube, and the reasons are exactly what I said in the video. Okay, it was just too much in-house hate, man. That's just all there was to it. And don't get me wrong, man. Most of the guys on Negro Manosphere and on the Brother Pill, most of the guys were supportive, but there was just too, like I said, we all have haters, but the percentage of haters when I was doing the Brother Pill and doing Negro, it just got too much. And if you guys want to know about the video, you guys can go back there and see that. You can agree or disagree. I don't really care, right? But the other reason is that I was just running short on time, guys. I was on the air for 2 hours a day already, Monday through Friday. And then I was doing the Brother Pill on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And then I'm doing the Red Man group on Saturdays. Okay? Dude, I even told O'Shea this, right? I told the Brother Pill audience that it was my last day. So that's why I left. O'Shea didn't fire me from the Brother Pill. I told him that it was my last day and he was cool. At least that's what I thought. Now, there were some other things that O'Shea said in the video that weren't true, but listen, I can't prove that they aren't, and I'm not going to insult your intelligence with a bunch of hearsay. What it comes down to is that just because O'Shea says something doesn't make it true. That's all there was to it. He talked a bunch of shit about me. I haven't seen the whole video. I don't care. But from what I understand, just right there were two things that he said about me that I have just proven unequivocally to be untrue. Now, O'Shea has very strong opinions of me. That's cool. That's not against the law. Right? I don't agree with all of his opinions of me, but it is what it is. I can't control another man's thoughts or actions, right? If anybody watching shares his opinions of me, that's fine, guys. Dude, that's totally cool. I'm not for everybody, and everybody's not for me. Nobody is liked by everybody, and that's perfectly fine. But if you are going to have an opinion of me, good or bad, I want your opinion to be rooted in facts, not hearsay or a 2-hour rant by someone who was complimented by the guy he was talking noise about, right? Like, I just don't understand why. And to me, maybe there's always been sort of a deep-seated resentment between O'Shea and me. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I don't care. I don't care about the why. I care about the what. But as far as what he says, as far as what O'Shea says to me from a factual standpoint, guys, you got to take what he says with a grain of salt. He said I tried to undercut him and go behind his back to do a 21 Convention Black Edition. Not even close to true, as you guys can see. He said Roosh wasn't paying me to write for him. Clearly, that was not true, right? Now, him firing me from NegroManosphere.com, I guess you could characterize that. Listen, if you want to think he fired me, that's fine. I don't care. O'Shea, listen, fine, you win. You got the W, you fired me, all right, I look bad. Whatever, I don't care, right? But there was never a formal conversation where he said, Donovan, you're fired. Or, Donovan, you're not writing for me anymore. He just changed my credentials and locked me out. If you think that's a firing, that's perfectly cool. Whatever, do you, right? But what I said about him, and I said on my video, I said O'Shea Duke Jackson is as good as they come. I even thanked him for allowing me on my platform. So I just don't understand why he would rant about me for 2 hours. And I'm sure he'll do a response video to this and try to make me look bad. And I'm not going to respond to his response. This is the final word. Guys, I'm not good at this. I suck at this. I'm not playing the dozens. I'm not roasting people. I'm just not good at it. Listen, this is O'Shea's arena. If I get down and roll around in the mud with O'Shea, guess what? O'Shea's going to win. That's just all there is to it. If it's a writing contest or a speaking contest, I'll wax his ass. But as far as this arena is concerned, like, this is... I'm playing a road game here. This is not my territory. So this is going to come off as awkward and this and that and the other. And I'm sure O'Shea is going to come out with 10 other videos pointing out 10 other things about Donovan. But again, take what he says with a grain of salt. I've already proven that at least two of the things that he said about me are just untrue. You cannot deny that. But like I said, whatever. What's done is done, right? As far as roasting me for 2 hours, it's not something that I would do. Right? But I'm not him and he's not me. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, guys, I got nothing against O'Shea, right? He did right by me. O'Shea, he always paid me on time. He kept me busy with the articles and the ebooks, right? Listen, man, to keep it all the way real, the money was a nice little side hustle, and I greatly appreciate that. But let's not get things twisted here. O'Shea did not discover me, okay? I had written nearly 100 articles, 100 paid articles for Return of Kings when he contacted me. O'Shea Duke Jackson is not responsible for my success. I am. Okay? Right? Listen, yes, he gave me a platform and yes, it helped. But being associated with O'Shea didn't make me and it didn't break me. Yes, he suggested that I get on YouTube. That was just my own idiocy. You mean YouTube is the best place to get discovered? Who knew? That was my stupidity. But guys, guess what? O'Shea Duke Jackson isn't the only man on the face of the earth that knows about YouTube. If he hadn't told me about it, I can assure you someone else probably would have. But he's not. Listen, all of these studio upgrades, let me just show you. This is the evolution of my studio, right? I started off with nothing behind me, little graphics, and then I put some stuff behind it there, right? You can see I'm steadily improving. And then now we have this. That's my studio now. Guys, I made these improvements, okay? O'Shea Duke Jackson didn't build this studio. I did. O'Shea Duke Jackson didn't make these improvements. I did. I'm on the 460th episode of TSR Live. And guess what? I appreciate O'Shea giving me a platform, but I would have done this with or without him. That's all there is to it. So if he wants me to call him being disloyal, O'Shea, you didn't put me on, man. You gave me a platform. I appreciate that. I'm not biting the hand that feeds you. Let's not pretend that I needed you. Listen, we needed each other. It was a mutually beneficial relationship. You paid me to do articles, and you made a boatload of money off of me. Let's not pretend that this was just a one-way street or that you gave me a handout food for the poor. I'd have got here with or without you, and we both know this. But like I said, O'Shea didn't make me or break me. If that's what you guys want to think, if you guys want to think that he discovered me, if you want to think O'Shea is some kind of kingmaker, that's fine. I don't care. I can't control what you think. In the end, draw your own conclusions, guys. I'm not going to go back and forth. This is it. Because like I said, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at beefing with people. This is not what I do. I'm good at creating content. Like I said before, man, I tried it with Turd Flinging Monkey and I look like an idiot doing it. I suck at it. So I have no issues with O'Shea, okay? I'm not pissed at O'Shea. He is who he is. So whatever you guys conclude about me, perfectly fine. But I wanted to make sure that I laid out the facts so that you guys could hear my side of the story. If you still think I'm a coon, a sellout, or whatever, then you are going to think that no matter what I said or did, right? If this video has changed your opinion of me, or if this has changed your opinion of me based on what O'Shea said, right? If this changes your opinion of me, listen, I appreciate that. I appreciate you being rational and reasonable. If you subscribe or you become a patron because of this, I appreciate your support. If you unsubscribe or you delete your pledge based on what O'Shea said about me, I hate to lose you, but listen, man, thanks for your support. You helped build this every bit as much as I did. And listen, hopefully you'll be back soon. I'm sure O'Shea will probably find a way to spin this, or he'll add something to what he said and come up with other things to say about me and make me look bad and all that. You know, again, listen, just based on what you've seen and heard here, it would behoove you to take what he says about me with a grain of salt. So guys, listen, subscribe to O'Shea's channel, man. I mean, he's an excellent content creator. He's a smart guy. He has an eye for talent. He's got access to a lot of people. I'm appreciative of him for working with me, and you know, I'm sure he feels the same way. I don't think O'Shea's a bad guy. I just think that this is who he is. I didn't need him, and he didn't need me. It was a mutually beneficial relationship until it wasn't, and that's okay. Nothing lasts forever. But like I said, I'm not going to do another response video, right? I've said what I've had to say. I'm not good at the beef thing. That's just not what I do. I'm good at creating content and writing articles, and that's what I'm going to do from now on. So, you know, but this is exactly what I was talking about in my last video, why I stay silent on black issues, right? O'Shea literally fulfilled the prophecy. He went on and called me all kinds of names, and that's the thing, guys. All the name calling, all the dishonesty, all the lying and tearing down people's brands and all that. That's why I don't speak on black issues anymore. And O'Shea can say, "Oh, you still speak up, dude." O'Shea, I don't care about what you say, dude. Listen, make all the response videos and roast videos you want, bruh. Listen, man. Listen, I'm not knocking the hustle. Get your money. I'm not mad at you. It's all good. If that's what you got to do, whatever. That's fine. That's your hustle. This is mine. But like I said, man, I would have loved to have been a part of the Negro Manosphere and Black YouTube, but not anymore. That's just all there is to it. And like I said earlier, man, O'Shea seems to have been he seems to have beef with everybody at some point. And listen, I'm sure a lot of his grievances are valid. Like, let's not pretend that everyone that he's a beef with is just completely blameless. But we also have to consider the fact that he seems to be the common denominator in all of these, right? Like, O'Shea is no choir boy, and I'm sure that he would tell you that. But there is always two sides to every story. And I'm not one who's going to come on here and do response videos, but when someone is just being outright dishonest about me, I got to come on and defend myself. So listen, O'Shea, listen, man, it was nice working with you. And I mean this from the heart, man. I wish you nothing but the best. I hate that things had to end like this, but it is what it is. Good luck with everything, man. Take care of yourself, and much success in the future. Like Alan Roger Curry said, you're good, I'm good. So as far as I'm concerned, we're good. If you have a problem with me, you have to air those out. That's a you problem. I'm not going to address this anymore. I'm washing my hands of this. I'm moving on. Hopefully we'll both go on to be very successful. And, we can, if you want to continue to bicker and all that, that's fine. This is going to be a one-sided match. O'Shea, you win. You got the better of me. You talked all the junk about me. You got people calling me names. That's cool, man. It is what it is. I'm just going to continue to do what I do. I'm going to put my nose to the grindstone. I'm going to continue putting out content for people to improve their lives. Thanks for watching.
Okay. Yeah. And the reason I decided to play that video. The reason I decided to play that video is that every time I turn around, every month and a half or so, O'Shea's doing videos about me. And he always manages to sneak in a jab. As a matter of fact, I think in one of his videos, he said that Roosh and I had a falling out. Like he implied in some way that Roosh booted me. That's not true. I'm still on great terms with Roosh. So, yeah, man. It's just, I mean, it's, like, my name's in this dude's mouth. My name's in this dude's mouth more than it should be. And, yeah, O'Shea didn't discover me. He didn't put me on. He still takes credit for me. Yeah, I put on this guy and Donovan Sharpe. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And just like I said in the video, man, I'd have got here with or without him. And, of course, I've gone on to do an event. He hasn't. He is still in medical school. And the only dirt that he can really drag up on me is that I sold him 4 articles that I had written for Roosh. All I did was I blackened it up. So O'Shea was like, yo, like, these are the same articles. I was like, all right, my bad. I made him whole again. I wrote him 4 different articles. It was what it was. Listen, man, I was running short on time. I took a shortcut. That was the wrong thing for me to do. Sue me. So, okay, I'm going to read these super chats, and then I will continue to take calls here. And yes, we are going to do a breakdown, the F-Boy Island breakdown. Ostrike, $5, says 100% believe Big Brandon was a bouncer. Yes, he was. Or I don't know, he might still be. Chris Johnson, $5, says intelligent, well-spoken black folks get their blackness questioned, and it's a damn shame. Dude, this has happened to me since I was a teenager, man. This is nothing new to me. Ostrike, another $5, says private elementary competed for the best grades on test. Public middle immediately shamed by peers for bragging. There you go, man. There you go. That's what it is. St. Jim, $5, says, as black men, I wish people could speak proper English and speak the way Donovan speaks. Bro, stop defending yourself against the pro-blacks. Waste of time. I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm just tired of this guy talking shit. Like, every opportunity he gets, like, he did a video about me and Steve the Dean having a beef. I'm like, what? I haven't spoken to Steve the Dean in forever. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Keen Dietrich, welcome to Chat Privileges. Appreciate that. April Love, thanks for becoming a member. Do not hijack the chat. Ostrike, another $5, says, Donovan, have you heard of Kirk McEwen from a certain Baltimore radio station? Callers always say he's racist before he informs them he's black. The AV Network guy, $5, says, this bickering is feminine energy. To all the RP community, we can all do better. Let's all grow up, guys. You addressed this well, Donovan. Somebody else said in the chat that we need to talk this out and bury the hatchet. There's no hatchet to be buried. There's no hatchet to be buried, okay? I mean, listen, man, like, O'Shea's gone a bridge too far. He's gone a bridge too far. Whenever he talks about me, he always, well, Donovan makes good content, and that he gives himself permission to talk shit about me. There's no hatchet to bury. O'Shea, honestly, man, O'Shea and his ilk are just like the kids I grew up with as a teenager. That's just all there is to it, man. That's all there is to it. And at this point, I just don't give a shit. Wow, I'll call you ACK. Says, much respect. You've grown, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Okay, let's go back to the phone lines here. All right, let's go back to the phone lines there. I appreciate you guys being patient with me there. All right, let's go to Beastly Nerd in Houston. Beastly Nerd in Houston, can sisters compete with non-black women for black men on the dating market?
No, they can't, Donovan. And first off, real quick before we get in there, I want to say, man, good to see that you're in all good health and everything, man.
Thank you.
Lost a few people to that virus, man. So
yeah, man.
Good to see you.
I was very fortunate.
Good and well and back, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but I say no, because it's not that black women don't know. It's that when we told them, they give us their ass to kiss.
That's right.
For instance, you know what we told them what they know what they told us? They told us, "What have you done for me lately?" And if you hadn't done anything, they said, "Well, I don't want no scrub." And then lastly, they told us, "All your shit is in the box you own to the left, and don't you think that you're irreplaceable?" So it's not that we haven't told these women, they don't want to try. And to the naysayers, when they try to say, the whole, well, other girls do it too, listen, we're not saying that dating other groups of women doesn't come with its problems. But the problem as far as staying within a relationship and what we want, black women ain't giving that to us. This is why, as Kevin would say, Becky, Marisol, Mylene is kicking your ass.
And Jamila.
Because the thing that and Jamila, and the thing that would keep them in a relationship, they'll give it to us, which is being an object of desire, femininity, submissiveness, and compliance. And black women don't want to do that. They've bought into the lie of feminism. They want to be up in the club talking about all the single ladies and strong and independent like Destiny Child. So, oh well.
There you go.
But yeah, man, that's all I got to say, Donovan. And I'm going to head out. Peace to the chat.
Beastly Nerd checking in from Houston. I appreciate that very, very much. Let's go to Mark in Florida. Mark in Florida. Can black women compete with non-black women for black men on the dating market?
I don't think they can, Donovan.
Okay, why don't you think they can?
How can you compete for something you were never raised to respect, need, or value?
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, it's like, and let me ask your opinion on this, Mark. I think the reason why, and I juxtapose this with prostitution. Stay with me here. The reason why women are against prostitution in America is because if prostitution were legal, and I mean, let's just keep it real, it's legal just underground, this would force women to have to compete for something they're already getting for free, which is attention, money, resources, etc. Well, it's the same thing with black women in my opinion. Black women don't want to compete for black men because they feel they don't have to, but you made a better point. How can they compete for something that they were raised not to respect in the first place?
You have a point, because I'm not from the state. I've been here since 2007.
Okay.
And it's been very difficult for me to date anyone that's from the state, that's a black woman that's from the state. Whenever I get to them, if you're not attracted to them, they call you gay, or they tell you what's wrong with you.
Yep.
And because
why don't you have any kids?
I do not speak the way that they speak. They think, oh, why are you trying to be white?
Yeah.
Why do you speak like that? Why do you act like that?
Yeah, man.
But I'm like, that does not define black. That's not being black. We are the first group of people that pedestrialize and idolize gaydiness, like ratchetness. Right. And that's why now you have like the Cardi B, the Megan Thee Stallion, or like the talking to or like a sitting president or a council member. Why are these the people that represent people that look like us?
Wow. Good point, Mark. All right. Well, listen, man, I appreciate you checking in, man. Thanks for your call and thanks for your support.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks, brother. Mark checking in from Florida. Let's go back to Germany. Let's go to Mike in Germany. So we had Jay in Germany. Now we got Mike in Germany. Mike in Germany. Can black women compete with non-black women for black men in today's dating market?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, Night Commander, not Mike, but it's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, what was your? What did you say your name was?
No. You're fine, sir. You're fine, sir.
Okay.
First of all, glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
We need you on the front lines out there. We
Yes,
thank you
sir.
for that. I would say this from my own opinion. I don't want to speak for nobody else, but I'm from Chicago. I've seen sisters that drove me away by single parent homes.
Okay.
Also, the entourage that goes along with that. Their brothers or siblings that act so ratchet, they start to emulate that.
Mm.
Now, I've always tried, and I don't know, somebody said something earlier about you speaking white. I've heard that before. I've heard been called a sellout.
Yep.
I dated white, black, Hispanic, doesn't matter. But one big thing for me is the attitudes, wearing the weaves, trying to be like somebody you're not, really kills me. You get what I'm saying? Especially when you're blonde. If I wanted a blonde chick, I date a white woman.
Right.
I want to date a natural black woman that's beautiful. There are some out there. However, they're being overshadowed by the ratchetness and the complaints, even the attitudes. And I'm living in Germany, and I see a totally different picture out here.
How long have you lived out there?
I've been all over the world, and I'm in the military. Now, even in the military, you got some sisters out here. They're still catering to that hood stuff. And that is why we've had actually a meeting about this. Why is it such a problem over here? It's because you bring that attitude over here, over to this place, over to that place, and people see it, and nobody wants to be around that no more.
Insane. How long have you lived in Germany?
I've been here since 2005.
Wow, and you're never coming back to the States, are you?
I probably will, but not for no female.
Well, listen, man, I appreciate you holding for so long. Thanks for calling into the show, and thanks for the support, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, and appreciate you and everybody blessing the chat.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Quote unquote Mike in Germany. Sorry about that. Guess my screener got it wrong. Let's go to Darren in. Hang on a second. Let us go to Darren in Phoenix. Darren in Phoenix. Can sisters compete with non-black women for black men on the dating market?
I personally, can you hear me, Donovan?
I can hear you. Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay, great. I personally think if black women got their shit together, this is my personal opinion. I think that other races, other women couldn't even compete with them, even if they wanted to.
Right. I agree with that. If black women got their shit together, fit and feminine, it'd be a wrap. It'd be over.
Because I notice most black men, I would say about 70-80% of black men, they want black women. But even though they want black women, they see they're loud, masculine, and all this other stuff. Why would you go to some place where you're not wanted or to struggle when you can go somewhere else where you're wanted with open arms?
Yep. Yeah, but men should never have to handle a woman. Am I wrong?
No.
Insane,
and also, even if black women did, let's say they're a little rude, maybe a little bit overweight, I'm pretty sure if they were just like one or two small things just to work on, I'm pretty sure black men will just, nobody's perfect, we'll work on it.
Sure.
But there's this long grocery list of just red flags where it's just like, you know what, I'm not going to deal with it. How about you fix it, and then I'll just go somewhere else. When you get your shit together, I'll come back.
There you go. Thanks for checking in, Darren. I appreciate your support and I appreciate your call, man.
All right. Oh, also one last thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hey, Donovan, out here in Phoenix, man, it was like 78 degrees.
Oh,
80.
you motherfucker.
It's beautiful.
Oh,
out
you
here.
trolled me. He's like, one more thing.
All right.
God damn it. Get off the line, Darren. Darren in Phoenix with the friendly troll. I thought he actually had something. He was like, nah, man, it's 78 degrees. I got the snow bunnies walking around. Appreciate that, Darren. I'm feeling some type of way, but I appreciate it. Up next, we have Big A from Dallas, George in Missouri. Shout out to Aaron Houch with the $20 super chat, a.k.a. Tailored Carnivore. Says, glad to see you living and courting drama in the old sphere again. No, that was, dude, what I just played was from back in the summer of 19. So that was 2 years ago. Chris Johnson, another $5, says, pay attention to the sisters on KS Show. They get in their masculine, encountered masculine problems, and they don't like it. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works, man. That's exactly how it works. Okay, let us go to, Big A from Dallas just dropped. Oh, no, there he is. All right, Big A from Dallas. Big A from Dallas. What's going on, brother? How you
what's
doing,
going on? You hear me?
I sure can.
Hey, much you hear me?
I can, yes.
All right. Yeah. The question, man, I would say yeah, but it would have to be something drastic like the Pookie and Ray Rays start dating other races of women if they start getting themselves together. The reason why I say that is because I had a friend of mine, and I guess I could say he was a reformed Pookie and Ray Ray.
Okay.
And the dude cleaned his act up. I mean, cut his hair. He started skateboarding. I mean, it was just a whole, I don't know what the hell happened to him, but he was just a whole different person. He got a nice job, started dressing nice, and all the chicks that, like, they still liked him, but they seen a different side of him that they never saw before, and he started dating white chicks and Hispanic women. And he didn't even talk to black women no more. And that, man, I'm telling you, it felt like they was after him. He said, dude, he said, yo, Big A, now I see how you feel now. He said, dude, I now see how you feel now. He said, back when I was running the streets, it was one thing for me. It wasn't nothing for me to get them, but he said, now I'm dating white chicks, how to clean my life up. He's like, it's crazy. I think if the Pookie and Ray Rays stepped away and they say, you know what, we're gonna quit running the streets, we're gonna quit being a menace to society, I think, and this is just my opinion, I think they will step back and say, okay, hold up, you know, the Pookie and Ray Rays that, you know, are stepping away, we got to do something about it.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
But,
Very good, man.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's just my opinion. But at the same time, what I think it happened, nah. I mean, I will hope so.
Can it happen?
But in
yes.
this day and
Will
time,
it happen? No.
Yeah, you know.
I agree. Big A.
But
in
yeah,
Dallas,
I appreciate
check it
everything.
out.
I'm gonna let the other callers come on and everything, man. I appreciate you taking my call.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The reformed. Wow, I've never heard the reformed Pookie and Ray Ray. That's interesting. All right, last call of the day. Let us go to George in Missouri. Georgia, Missouri. Can black women compete with non-black women for black men on the dating market here in 2021?
I would say that they could, but the chances of that happening is just it's extremely slim.
Yeah.
And in fact, I was in fact going to answer one of the questions about what would it take, at least some kind of thing to happen. Typically, at least my current background is usually with finances, with it's a little bit of finance, predominantly technology.
Okay.
And I've kind of read up the stats, at least since 2008 recession, about how the government how the tax receipts are shrinking, and therefore they're not as able to fund as many services as they used to prior to 08, and they're still continuously shrinking. Even more aggressively right now in 2020.
Oh wow!
To 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. So at least with what I've read and researched, I would say that my prediction would be probably around 2028 or 2030 is probably going to be just one of the bigger breaking points whereas the government is in fact going to reject trying to supply more aid or services.
Welfare
to people. Just simply because usually at around 2030 or 2028, a vast majority of the demographic of baby boomers are going to be over the 65 to 68 year age peak, and they're going to be collecting their pension benefits.
Oh, and there's
the
not going to
government
be enough money for the rest, right?
So the government has to pay them.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
And this is, you said this is 2028 to 2030.
Yes. Conservatively, at least the conservative figures are that Social Security is supposed to actually supposed to run out by 2035.
Okay.
That actually does not account things like financial disasters, but anyways, the bigger point is that usually the largest share of people that consume the social services that take in a majority of the government income are women, especially black women in America, since there are. Since pretty much they're like the key demographic.
Yep.
And so what would happen is pretty much they would not be able to. Essentially, the government actually is not going to be able to fulfill the promise to them, even if they wanted to. So it'll in fact kind of try to force. It essentially is going to force them into a very limited sets of decisions.
Okay.
And most likely it's going to be you either go to somebody and hope they try and provide you some sort of refuge, or you're most likely going to end up in the streets if, let's say, some sort of an economic disaster kind of pans up, which economic disasters tend to come in every 5 to 10 years around the corner. Yeah, so it's going to pretty much be more so like kind of in my country of origin, in Kenya, where pretty much it's make one small blip. And if you do not have any kind of family support structure established, or at least, let's say, a collection of nuclear families, then pretty much you're just as dead as being independent. Wow. And that's the dynamic that's pretty much in second world and third world countries, and
we're a first
America
world
is kind of spanning. It's kind of structuring its way to that, at least within that dimension. California is kind of like it's kind of like a small caricature. It's kind of like a small caricature of what's actually happening in second world and third world countries.
Wow, that is. Hold on. Hold on. Just make sure I understand correctly. That's fascinating. So, what the state of because we all know California is broke. They're broke as a joke. So, what you're saying is that the economic and tax and the cash situation in California, that is almost like a microcosm, almost like a sort of a glimpse into what's happening in second and third world countries worldwide.
Yes, a vast majority of people are just living, sleeping in the streets. Most pretty much the best, at least the best type of shelter that they could ever get if let's say they cannot get tents or they're being driven off by the police, is that they would actually have to go to. Would actually have to go to the authorities if they could stay in jail to just for shelter.
Yeah, just to
and even the big and even the bigger problem is that jails also require funding and tax benefits and not tax benefits, tax payments.
Right.
And also those payments are going to run out as well.
Oh
so
God, what the hell are we going to do? Jesus Christ. George, listen, man. What do you do for a living, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
Currently, for at least currently within at least my main job is just a software engineer for health and data analytics.
Okay.
And then my second job outside is usually trying to build some sort of technology where we're able to kind of take some people from countries external of the U.S. and be able to at least coordinate remote work to at least across every other region, from Europe, U.S. And the Far East.
Okay.
So those are just my two current occupations at the moment.
Excellent, excellent. Well, George, I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the insight. Great call.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. Wow. California is a caricature of what's happening in second and third world countries, man. That's a big shock right there, man. Big shock. We've live streamed for nearly 4 hours. We have live streamed for nearly 4 hours. There we go. All right. So what's going to happen now? What's going to happen now, guys, is that I'm going to do my F-Boy Island breakdown. I'm not going to do my regular hour because clearly we went way over on time with the live stream. Totally worth it, though. This is probably one of the better episodes we've had in a while. I can take all kinds of content from this particular episode. Yeah, great call. Thank you, George. Like, holy cannoli. Man, George dropped the knowledge there, man. Woo. Man, dude. Like, people are committing crimes to get sent to jail just to be able to eat and have a place to sleep. Man, I guess being in jail is better than being homeless. That is insanity. Wow. If you guys would, if you want to watch any of my premium content, any of my live premium content, go to sharpestream.com. There you can download the SharpeStream app. It is available for iOS and Android, as Big Brandon so eloquently put a little while back. I'm going to take a short break. Then we are going to get right into the F-Boy Island breakdown. And then I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to do deadlifts. So I'm excited about that. We'll see what happens. I'm not going anywhere near 400 pounds, but I think I'm going to see how far my strength has fallen off. So that is going to do it for this, the 792nd episode of TSR Live. My thanks to all of my callers, all of my super chatters, all of my snipers, and all of my sharpshooters. I will see you guys on SharpeStream in just a few minutes. Take care.
90 seconds.
I actually like.
Seconds.
All right, so we are going to do the F-Boy Island breakdown. Okay, I see what I can do here. Let's move this over here. Perfect. So welcome to the F-Boy Island breakdown, everyone. If you want to watch, so at this time I'm going to say goodbye to my Facebook audience. Of course, joining us today is the official mascot of TSR Towers, Walter the cat. Walter the cat, who is purring. So Walter's going to join us for today's. Walter's going to be joining us for today's breakdown as he nibbles on my fingers. So I'm going to say goodbye to my Facebook, my Twitch, my MGTOW.TV audience, and of course YouTube. If you want to watch for free, simply download the SharpeStream app. Download the SharpeStream app on sharpestream.com, and you will be good to go. You can watch for free on Android or iOS.